I think I prefer that a lot more. This one. The other one was kind of just okay. This is a very, very nice vibe though. I moved over to the corner here because I kind of realized it's very empty in that corner. I mean, it's not very empty, but I guess that's where I generally put you guys when I'm here. But man, I feel like there should be something here to fill out the space. Maybe I should like shrink everything down so we can have more space for everything. Maybe there should be something new to put here. It's been like this for a while and we could do with some new decorations to spruce things up a bit. What do you think? Maybe? Yes? No? I think that would be rather fun. Oh god, what is this? Ah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe having some nice new memes or just some funny images would be nice to have just to decorate the place. Of course, Berk will never leave. We all love Berk here. Everyone who comes in loves Berk. And I've loved Berk for many years. Maybe we should get the Didney meme. Didney. Didney meme. Mentolu Asker, hello. You know, I was gonna get something very nice for you, but you know what? All you came in here was just to come in here and fart on my stream. Like a hooligan. Like a genuine football hooligan. I don't know if they actually did that. I was never been a big fan of football. Hang on though. Hang on. Mentolo, this is your first time in the stream, and therefore you get a blow on the horn. You have now been blown on the horn. How you doing, my dear? How you doing, my friend? How you doing, my brother, my mother, my sister, my father, my dad, my uncle, my dog? Maybe not all of those things at the same time. Hope you're doing well. Hey, I have a question for you. What do you think I should get for decoration around here? Because I've had these things on here for a while now, and I figure, you know what? It's time to spruce things up a bit. You know, fresh new stage. I mean, actually no, because we're still keeping all these on here. But you know, just some things to liven it up a little bit, you know what I mean? I'm thinking like, there's an old meme I saw, which is like, it's called Disney, which is like Gaston from Disney looking... There, found it. Okay, hang on, I've got it. Wait, no, hang on, wait, there's a better one. There's a better... This one. This is my guy. This is my guy. Wait, hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. Excellent. Most delightful. Most delightful. Okay, let's put this on here. Boop. Boop. And then let's go... I love this thing. Let's just move you all the way down here, though. Well, if there's going to be text there, maybe it's a bad idea to have it there, actually. Tell you what, let's make you very small. Mentolu, I didn't know you left, but now that you're here, you can see Disney World. Taking my meds. That's good. It's good to keep track of that stuff. I'm terrible at keeping track of medication. Not a good habit to have. It's something I should get electric shock therapy for, though I'm not sure they even allow that anymore. Pretty sure it seems a human rights violation by most organizations. But hey, that's okay. We're all about human rights violations here. After all, you're in my stream, and that's enough of a rights violation in and of itself. Maybe not even to a human. For all I know, you could be a cat, just stepping on a keyboard in what can only be described as a series of happy coincidences to make you step on the keys with little paws, little toe bean paws, and be like, oh, there's an actual sentence spelled out here. Thing is, as soon as there's a spelling mistake, I'll know that you're a cat on a keyboard. As you know, because obviously humans never make spelling mistakes. We'd invented a language. We could never ever make a spelling mistake. Maybe I should have the Disney World down here, actually. What do you think? Where are we putting Disney World? Maybe we should put it above the Porygon. I'm slime. Therefore, there's no excuses then. Let's head Disney World up there. Maybe we can figure something out later on for it. I think we should actually shrink down the Soulmon and the Bakemon over here, though. I roll on the grass and eat mint. Man, I like mint. I cannot... Oh, I am a very poor judge of how much mint to put in something. Too much mint can make something taste extremely bad. All it takes is one little bit extra than you think. And then, well, the whole thing is ruined. Be conservative when adding mint. I tried making salads in the past. I was like, hey, add mint to the salad. I'm like, you know what, that could work. And then I had... excuse me, and then I had it, and then like, ooh. Ah. I see. Yeah. This is, terrible, in fact. It's terrible. It's terrible. Better. It's terrible. Success. But yeah. One thing I will never get enough of, though, is basil. I bought a basil plant today. And I normally don't buy, like, potted herbs. But I thought, you know what? Why not give it a go for a change? And I normally don't get it because of the people I live with won't look after them. But who knows? Maybe it can be different this time. As in, look after them if I'm away, that is. Like, I one time had like a plant, and I left it on the windowsill. And when I came back, it was dead. Like, completely shriveled up because no one had watered it. And I'm like, great. In hindsight, I probably should have told them to, but I also would have thought they had the common sense to water a plant, which very clearly needed water and was not a cacti. Cactus? Cacti is the plural, I guess. I've been really wanting to get... I saw this the other week. I've been really wanting to get, like, carnivorous plants. I don't really have the way to maintain them in my current living space. But in the future, I really want to be able to get them. Like a Venus flytrap. Very, very pretty. And... incredible design as well. Yeah. I really love a Venus flytrap. Not so much a pitcher. I don't really like pitcher plants. Okay, I like them, but like I think they're kind of... I guess they're like hanging plants would be the term for it. I don't know. Maybe they could like crawling plants. Maybe I don't know. I feel like I'd need to get like a specialized container for them. I'm like, ugh. Do I have to? Anyway, that's okay though. Yeah. But hopefully this basil plant will not die. Unless it's already dying. But I guess we're all trapped in a perpetual state of dying from the moment we're born. So what do I know? What does that even mean? Certainly I don't know. Yeah, I need to remember to take my medication. That's how this came about, wasn't it? I need to remember to take my medication more. Wait, am I talking about this kind of stuff on... It's a good thing that didn't come through for me, Commodore, because otherwise I would have killed you. Wait, actually, wait. What about that? Commodore, walk me through your thought process here. Why? What exactly encouraged you to play that, Redeem? I've still got plants and medication. Are antidepressants sexy to you? Do you love it when a bitch is medicated? Or, I guess, whatever I would be. Am I a bitch? I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe we're all bitches. Commodore, where do you think I should put the Disney World meme up here? Yes, it's sexy not being depressed. God, I love it when someone's just mentally capable. Answer me this, though, Commodore. Where are you putting Disney World? It must have a place, and I'm not satisfied with it being up there. It shan't ever overcome Cool Porygon, though, because Cool Porygon, well, he's Cool Porygon. You understand. This, up here, where I'm pointing to, next to my head, next to my top hat. It's not really, I guess, it's my tiny top hat, right next to it. Gaston and Jim from Treasure Planet looking a little worse for wear and being, Disney World? Disney World? But you know what? That's good, Commodore. Look for people who are mentally well because they'll look after you. Porygon did... No, I'm saying Porygon did nothing wrong. I'm saying they will not replace Porygon. I still get this idea. I really like it. So I've not got a Switch, so I've not played any of the Switch games. Saw this really fun animation, though, which was like Porygon Z, Porygon Z, whatever you want to call it. And it was like... It looks like a weird, messed up version of Porygon, right? But it's like... It showed a thing where it was like... bent its shape and body round into the shape of a Porygon 2. And it was trying to, like, maintain that shape, and it ended up just, like, spazzing out, and just, like, and it reverted into its, like, normal, weird, and amalgamous shapes. Taking care of your mental health is sexy, it's hot AF. That's a good mentality to have, Commodore. I'm trying to do that. And, admittedly, more often than not failing, but there's always something to do to improve, right? I think there's something that really can. Is that very quiet for you? It feels very quiet when the sections are there. I don't know. Also, I was thinking, do I need to get rid of that? Is that going to be like a problem if it's like, if it's on stream? Is that going to mute my VOD? But then I remembered, well, hang on, isn't it? It's loud for me? Interesting. Because I can barely hear it. Actually, do I need to turn it down for you? Is it too loud for you? Let's turn it down just a tad. That would be nice. Although I wish you would have mentioned this earlier on. I'm not fucking psychic, Commodore. I'm not psychic. Can't read your mind. Oh, I can't read your mind. But I can read your face. I can read your body. I can read your body, and it tells me that you want to be pleased. Oh yeah, I need to finish Epic the Musical off because I've been really liking it so far. I've not finished it just yet. This Friday I'm going to be... Okay, if I can find my old copy of it. If not, maybe I can find... There'll probably be versions of it online because the original book is like, what, like 3,000 years old now. It's far past the statute of limitations, even before they even existed. But, I was gonna do a reading of the Odyssey on stream because I've been in it's got... Listening to Epic the Musical has got me really into it. And like... Oh... And, what was it? Yeah, I've been practicing a lot of songs recently, like... Homer, yeah, Homer's Odyssey, yes. Homie! Oh, homie! Oh! Actually, something very fun, the actor and actress for Homer Simpson and Marge Simpson in the French dub of The Simpsons, that they met each other on the show and got married, which I think is very funny. I thought of reading the Iliad. I have read excerpts of the Iliad, I've never read it in full, which I'm very annoyed at myself at, because I've read the Odyssey, I studied it actually. Same with the Aeneid, I studied that. Aeneid is like the Roman sequel though, it's not written by Homer, it's just by Virgil. Who you may know from the Divine Comedy, because... wait. You read it in Greek? No, I did not read it in Greek. Listen, I'm good, but I'm not that good. Virgil, a Roman? Yes, Virgil. What's his full name? I always forget. I'm sure he had a full name. Virgil. Full name. Publius Virgilius Maro. He was a Roman poet. He wrote, what is essentially the Roman sequel to the Iliad, called the Aeneid, all about one of the escaped princes of Troy called Aeneas as he tries to bring the survivors of Troy to a new land where they can live. Very interestingly, so it was actually commissioned. Virgil was actually very well known for a lot of his poems at the time on like farm work and such like that, and like the land and everything. A lot of like on all that, a lot of like about poetry, about I guess like yeah, all about farm the farm. It was I'm looking here now. What's it called? The eclogius. Yeah, yeah. A lot of that was the term pastoral. A lot of pastoral works he was essentially known for, and he essentially got, I guess, commissioned by the who was it? Who was in charge at the time? Was it Caesar? No, surely not. Who is it? Who commissioned the Odyssey? Let me have a look at this. Yeah. Who commissioned the Aeneid even? The Odyssey was already a thing. Was it Emperor Marcus? Who commissioned the Aeneid? Let's have a look at this. It was Augustus. Okay, right. Okay, yeah, so Emperor Augustus asked for it to be essentially commissioned for him because he wanted a big epic, which kind of... How do I put this? It, like, legitimized his reign. Yeah, to legitimize his reign as like the rightful emperor, like as in it eventually the Aeneid was basically, oh no, see, yeah, this guy has like divine providence for being the emperor of Rome. He was he's there by divine providence for it, and so that, and like the Aeneid exists to prove it. That was the idea. Now I heard varying sources as to whether Virgil actually wanted to do that, whether he wanted to do this, or whether he wrote the Aeneid and kind of just like sprinkled in, and yeah, Augustus will be emperor, just to kind of like satiate him. There's varying things. I'm not sure as to the whole legitimacy of it, but and it was like he was commissioned for it by Emperor Augustus, and it was meant to be like Virgil's masterwork. Unfortunately, it was never finished. And when I say that, I mean he got to like the very finale of it, but the last book was never. I guess it would be a chapter, really, but they refer to as books in those days. The last book of the Aeneid was never finished. When you read it, it ends rather abruptly. Aeneas gets into the titular Aeneas gets into a fight with this final villain of the army, and he wins, and that's kind of it. Again, it's a very abrupt ending, but that's because it was never finished. Virgil. According to reports, Virgil wanted the book to be burned and removed because it was unclean, it was unfinished. However, Augustus liked what he'd read of it and decided to publish it anyway. A book was a scroll and a bound codex. Bound book was called a codex. Exactly, yeah. I love those kind of old terms, right? Codex, grimoire. Love me a good grimoire. Though I guess with the grimoire, there's definitely more of like a magical aspect to it, isn't there? Especially nowadays. Whether it would have been at the time, I'm not sure, but like, I think nowadays when you hear the word grimoire, you're generally thinking of it in some kind of arcane aspect. But hey, I think it's a great word, and codex is a lovely word though. But yeah, no, the Aeneid was like, it was essentially the Roman sequel to, it was essentially the Roman sequel to the Odyssey, where it's set in the very, actually no, at the beginning of it explains the end of the war, when Troy is being invaded. In the aftermath of it, Aeneas, who's one of the actually, I don't believe he's one of the princes of Troy himself, if I remember correctly, now that I think about it. I believe his wife is one of the princesses of Troy. He was not a prince himself, but he married into the royals, if I remember correctly. Yes? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that... No, yeah, that is the case, because his dad was not a prince, and he goes back home to save him very early on. But this is when Troy's burning down, by the way. But, yeah, so... But he's essentially a prince of Troy. He's one of the escaped princes, and he sets off to do it. I have a journal and called it Ye Old Codex. That's kind of cool and kind of lame at the same time, I'm not gonna lie. Did you write it on the front of it? I've never had a journal. I figured maybe I should use a journal just to write down my thoughts, but also I have so many thoughts that a journal would not be like a comfortable thing to write them all in. It would be an amalgamation of random notes, which I've just taken the opportunity to record. Not the front, the first page. Okay, that's fair, yeah. So it's like when you open a book and there's the title again, yeah. That's fair. What was that? There's like actually that character reminds me that this isn't more of an old English thing, this is like a Middle English thing. There's a lot of times where like, what was the letter? Was it the V and the U? No, was it U? Oftentimes looked very similar to another letter. But essentially it made a lot of words look very horny when they shouldn't have been. Cool and corny, just my style. Excellent, Commodore, excellent. Love to hear it. Love to hear it, Commodore. I have a journal and I read this right. It was a V. It was a V? Okay, right, yeah. V looked very similar to another letter, and I can't remember what it was. And it was a thing in Middle English as well. Perhaps it was a holdover from Latin, though. Though it's interesting, because we talked a lot about how English was formed, haven't we? It's interesting, because by the time that, like, French became the main language of England, and the E in love is silent. Oh, naruhodo. Oh, that makes sense. Did you mean to put the S with the little accent on top there, or is that an accident? Is that just your keyboard settings? I don't know. But that didn't always use spaces. Yeah, okay, I see now. I understand. I do wonder. So I think of like Beowulf, right? And like how Beowulf would already be. Whilst Beowulf is the oldest piece of like English writing that we still have, it had still inevitably been affected by Latin at this point, because when you read through it, Christianity is mentioned, and so English had already been affected by Latin at this point, well before it had been affected by French, and it would, obviously continue to be affected by Latin in the hundreds of years since when it was written and when we discovered it. I see, I understand. Okay then. But yeah, it's an interesting thing to think about, like how different was English without Latin? Because yeah, Beowulf was already written in like a Latinized English, I guess, or perhaps they brought perhaps it was thanks to Latin that English could even be written in the first place. Though we also had our own unique characters, so I'm not sure. I imagine there's some like Gaelic influence as well, or Welsh likely as well. Have you heard of Aglish? Why does that sound vaguely familiar to me? Aglish. It's a village in the country Waterford, apparently. I guess that's not what you meant, though. Oh! Right, is that like... Hang on, let me just spell that. Goatee. Is that kind of same thing? Like goatee? Is that in the same field group, I guess? And like goatee is another way of spelling fish. The uncle fish beholding. It's that kind of thing, right? I can't remember what Uncle Fish Beholding means. And I know you talked about this beforehand. I can't remember what it is. I like it though. Like the GH from goatee. The GH comes from like the. So if you spell with the word enough, it has the GH at the end of the f, which is also the beginning of the word fish. Woman. Wait. No, women. Yeah, women. If you say with the word women as in the plural, the O sound, which normally spells it, is like more of an I sound. I. Women. And then it's fi-ish. Fa-ish. And then the sh sound comes from the shun, Tion, where you have shun, sh, like Tion, like frustration, something like that. And it's like the Ti sound, like so it's like go T. So GH is the f, the O is the E, and the Ti is the sh. So it's fish. Go T is fish. Other languages of old that wasn't invaded by Romans. Oh no, yes, you have talked about this. I do remember it now. Yes, and it's like a whole like, there's like whole like theoretical book written about how language could have been affected if it wasn't influenced by like, romance, or if it wasn't influenced by like romance languages. Yeah, I do remember you talking this now, and it's very interesting. Unclifffish. Yeah. Unclifffish. See, Commodore, I think we've known each other a while now, so, and like we talk about the same things again. Not a fishy. But no, I remember reading about it. You showed me that. I remember favoriting some stuff for it. I didn't get around to reading any more of it though, but I remember reading it and I was like, this is fascinating. And it truly was. As like a theoretical language, that's very, very cool. I guess like Old English would have potentially been familiar to that then, wouldn't it? Have you ever noticed the real tendency with people like, these people speaking their Romance languages, they cannot be ruining our language. And it's like, bro, what? Like, oh, you cannot even speak the Romance languages properly. You're hurting my ears. I'm like, you're hurting my ears by even existing right now. Shut the fuck up. This absolute utter, this pathetic attitude of languages, and how if you're not born and bred French or Italian or whatever, you cannot speak any Romance languages and you should not speak at all. I was like, well, yeah, you shouldn't live at all, right? You're the same kind of bastards, like, oh, this is not traditional cooking. Oh, this is not traditional. Oh. Fuck off. Kill yourself. Can I say that on Twitch? I'll say it again. Fuck off and kill yourself if you're like being all like, the French, this is not the traditional food. Food is not traditional. Nothing in food is traditional. You're a fool. You're a narrow-minded fool. I want to speak better Latin than those people. They're just like, oh, you're stupid, stupid English. You do not know this language. And then you go speak fluent Latin, and it's like, what? I used to be able to speak a bit of Latin. I don't know if I've mentioned this before. I used to be in a professional cathedral choir. I did tours around the world. I'd been on. Whilst I won't say what it is for docs purposes, I'd been on a few TV shows with them. It makes me want to get back into practicing when I think of stuff like that. But yeah, it's like one of those things where I ended up just learning a lot of Latin, not because I was taught it, but just through osmosis of singing a lot of it. Did you sing O Forunia? I did not, I'm sorry. Because it was a cathedral choir, a lot of it was like the more like prayer-related stuff, like the Magnificat, Nunc Dimittis, Agnus Dei, Qui tollis peccata mundi miserere nobis. Oh god, it's coming back to me. Oh god, oh god. Ah! See what you've done. Meister, hello, my friend. If cobwebs hang upon the crown of a throne no soul hath claimed, what ghostly hand once bore the weight of kingdoms, lost to dust and dreaming? Methinks you are high. Actually, let's try and unravel this. Okay, if cobwebs hang upon the crown of a throne no soul hath claimed. Okay. What ghostly hand once bore the weight of the kingdoms, lost to dust and dreaming? Well, I don't know who wore the... Wait, actually, I'm never high? That's a good attitude to have, Meister. You should only be high on life. And if you're never high on life, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're miserable. I'm sorry you have a miserable existence. You learn a bit just by examining English's sciencey words. Indeed you do. I love the word scientia. Scientia was an interesting word because back in the olden days, and I mean like the very olden days, Like, people would use whilst obviously scientia is where we get the modern word science now. Originally it just meant to learn or to gain knowledge and stuff like that, right? It was all about just general learning, and it's a rather shame that nowadays it's just kind of limited, like, oh, it's the sciences of physics, maths, biology, and that came from a Greek. Oh, was it Greek? I thought it was Latin. Wait, hang on, wait. Was Noctis Greek, or was that Latin as well? Oh, that comes from a Greek. Oh, from oh no. Oh, I see. Sai the Trident. I see. No, I was gonna say that it's very sad because back in the olden days, any kind of higher form of learning was considered scientia, right? Artistry, art, sculpting, painting, could all be considered science, and it was all seen as this higher form of learning. I say only humans could do. It was really only the people of the men of high social standing could do. That was it. So yeah. If your lantern swings in chambers, none hath trod these 100 years. What wick doth feed its flame, and whose shadow doth it cast upon the walls forgetting? The one who feeds its flame is the flame of adventure, my friend. Maester, the flame of adventure, the one which seeks to explore those halls now forgotten, the one which still finds the memories written of said halls, and dares to venture where others have left. That is the flame which fuels it, the flame which burns eternal, that of human inquisitiveness, of adventure and the desire to see the world. And bored high-class women. Okay, yeah. Occasionally, yeah, you are very Disney answer, lol. That was not a Disney, it was a Disney answer, if anything. We don't use Disney, we use Disney here. I wonder how many male authors of the classics are secret pseudonyms. Well, it's interesting you talk about that because, okay, have you guys heard of Aphra Behn, the writer? You can say no, it's fine. If you haven't, Aphra Behn was a very interesting writer from this. There was George Sand. Was George Sand? No, okay, hang on. So Aphra Behn was a writer. She was in the 1700s. Very interesting history as a person. Kind of not talked about very much, I don't think, but easily one of the most influential women writers at the very least in English literature. I don't know about world literature, but in English literature, very influential. She was originally a spy for the Crown government in the 1700s, only to essentially not get paid. By her tenure of espionage, she was a honeypot, by the way. Honeypot, she would flirt with men and whatnot, or just talk around with social groups and stuff to try and get information for the crown. But after her tenure in espionage was done, she went back home to England in severe debt because she was not paid most, if not all, of what she was owed by the government, and they refused to pay her. Now, the next few years of her life are kind of a mystery. There's not well recorded, but essentially, she was one of the first women writers it's probably the first English writer to essentially make a career out of writing. Now, at this time, there was, in England at least, there was more popular women who were being known in the writing sphere. A group commonly referred to as the poetesses, who were all women writers. A lot of times they wrote on very nice, flowery things like friendship and I don't know. I don't know. Nice. And none of their work was bad. But it was not and the thing is, they were seen as fine because it was seen as their work was very good, but it wasn't invasive onto the territory of what men would write. And even then, though, this was still a period where it was the idea of even putting yourself on display was seen as a bit of a whorish act, right? It's well known that throughout Europe at this time, as more and more women started becoming actresses and stuff, there was a stigma that many of them were prostitutes, and some of them were, but some of them weren't. But the idea was that even putting yourself on display for all these men to look at and gawk at was enough to make you a whore. or at least they have. Yeah, a lot of writers do have very interesting lives. But yeah, Afra Ben, yeah, she very interesting woman because like so whilst all these women who were kind of seen as socially acceptable. Well, she's not dead yet because whilst all these poetesses were around and kind of like seen as like, you know, good and skilled writers, but fairly like inoffensive, right, and unthreatening to the male sphere, I guess, of writing. Afra Ben was like, okay, I'm broke as fuck. I'm in debt. The government isn't gonna pay me the money they owe me. What the fuck do I do? What can I do? Okay, I can write a bit. I'm a good writer. Not a bit. I'm a good writer. She actually wrote this very great story called Orinoco. Which is actually this is one of the reasons why she's potentially one of the biggest, the most influential writers. Orinoco is potentially the first novel that we have, at least in English. I don't know about other languages, but it is potentially the first English novel. Before, the idea of a novel was a term, a proto-novel, if you will. Now, this is often prescribed to other people, but no, Afra Ben had like the first, potentially first proto-novel in the form of Orinoco, all about a slave from a prince from Africa who was taken into slavery. And it was kind of like early abolitionist work as well, when like people were like, hey, slavery's bad, these are human beings, and you're like treating them in this horrible, because at this point it's, you know, like many people were aware that like the conditions that many of these people forced to slavery were under was, you know, appalling and abhorrent. And yeah, I want to write something revolutionary. Average response is witchcraft. Well, no, people didn't see it as a witchcraft. These just stories of fucking horror. There's a big difference. But yeah, she was very good. She wrote a lot. Afra Ben, she wrote a lot of poems, a lot of plays. There's a really famous play she wrote. What was the play? Afra Ben plays? Afra Ben play. There's a really famous one she wrote. What was it called? Was it The Dutch Lover? I can't remember the play's name now. No, it wasn't The Dutch Lover. What was it called? Out of the way. The Rover. That was it. The Rover. Yeah, The Rover was a very famous play at the time. One of my favorite works from her personally, though, was a rather raunchy okay, it's not necessarily raunchy, but it is rather humorous what it talks about. It was a play. No, it was a poem she wrote called The Disappointment, which is all about this like romantic moonlit rendezvous between this young man and this young lady, and they're in the forest, and you know they're getting a bit frisky, and essentially they start to get down on it, only for the man to suffer erectile dysfunction and he can't get it up. And it's all about the responses different people have to that, where the woman's just like, well, this is rather disappointing, okay, I'm out, and just leaves. And the man, he's feeling really embarrassed and ashamed, and he's like, this is so unfair, and he ends up blaming women for it. It's like, this is all women's fault. They're the ones who make us like this. And it's like, wow, I guess these kind of attitudes are still the same as they've always been. It's a very well written poem though as well. I chatted with a director of tokusatsu movie that worked for Giga and Giga, and was a studio that made tokusatsu porn, and he had one of the porn actresses he worked with his non-porn projects, and she was good at ballet and dancing and helps with good fight choreography, so I can see why the early actors were sex workers. Well, the thing is, it wasn't just that. It wasn't necessarily that okay, obviously a lot of them would have likely been rather pretty, and there were many who were like kind of celebrity status. At least in England. By the way, when I spoke about England, I mean particularly in London. London was where it was all happening. I don't know about the rest of England. No one really cared about it. But there certainly were celebrity actresses from like the 1700s onwards and stuff like that, and actors as well, celebrity actors and stuff. And like, oh, this person's in this show. Cool. They're very good. I'll watch them in this thing. And whilst they're very talented, again, for a lot of it, the idea, who cares about exactly? Who cares about Newcastle? Fucking knobheads over there. Yeah, it's like, again, for a lot of people, the very idea of a woman putting herself on public show and display was whorish behavior, as it were. Maybe they wouldn't have used those words, I don't know. A lot of people didn't like that. A lot of people didn't care, because, they were like, oh, cool, this is a really nice play. Oh my god, that was so heartbreaking, or, I don't know, heartwarming, or whatever there was in the show. But that was the mentality of it, right? And, like, no, like, Aphra Ben, she certainly got a lot of flack, right? There were a lot of people like, oh, a woman writing about all this stuff. Again, I just mentioned before, she wrote a poem all about, like, having a moonlit rendezvous in the forest only to get it killed by the guy getting ED. And, like, oh, this is obscene for women to be writing about. And but, like, a lot of people who, and, like, she had a fair share of, like, dissenters as a result. But, like, a lot of people who knew her thought she was awesome. Like, William Wordsworth, if I remember correctly, was friends with her, actually. William Wordsworth, one of the most well-known writers in English history. He was friends with her for a while, if I remember correctly, and, like, he and many other people who did know her basically had nothing bad to say about her. Like, oh yeah, she's very smart and she's very funny and she's very nice, and, like, everyone just said it, yeah, like, there are, like, letters and stuff with, like, people, oh yeah, this Miss Ben, yes, I'm very very well acquainted with her, and, like, just people essentially lauding her. So it's one of those things where those who knew her adored her, and those who didn't know her didn't want to even give that idea a notion that she could be anything other than, like, a fucking whore. That was the idea. People think she, yeah, highbrow. I didn't know you bite your thumb at me was, like, a homophobic thing. I understand it's like a dick joke, but, like, well, the thing is, the idea of, like, Shakespeare being highbrow has always been very odd. So, like, okay, here's the little history for you. Shakespeare was not unique for his time. He wasn't. All of Shakespeare's work were based on previous works already written in, like, Italian and French from famous story collections, but adapted for stage, essentially. Now, hang on. There was a play in England which started it all off. This is a play called The Spanish Tragedy. The Spanish Tragedy is, like, the play from, like, 1500s England, right? It was written. It was by a man named Thomas Kidd, and Thomas Kidd wrote this play between the 1580s and 1590s, and it was like the most influential thing ever. This was, like, to try and put this in perspective, think about how, like, influential The Avengers was when that came out in cinema, right? And how people thought, all these people, oh man, we need to make our own Avengers now. We need to have our own superhero group. The Spanish Tragedy was the Avengers of 1500s, 1600s English theatre. That's how influential it was. Mozart is so highbrow. There's a song called Kiss My... That is not a real Mozart song. That was really funny, though, when you showed me that. I do remember listening to that, though, and I can, like, reading it, and I'm and you're like, oh, you can read German. I can, like, German, I can read a bit of it. Touch your penis when you feel sad. Your penis exists to make you feel glad. When you touch your penis, everything is great. Just touch your penis and masturbate. But yeah, so the Thomas Kidd. Oh, that, okay, you can clip that, but that wasn't, I did not make that song. I will be honest and say that was not my song. That was from Miss Lucy Pyer, my Kamiyoshi. But yeah, that was very funny. So yeah, the Spanish Tragedy was, like, the Avengers level event for English theatre. It was actually the first, like, big revenge tragedy, like, like Hamlet and stuff like that. I thought, oh, my dad's been killed, and my fucking, Macbeth? Yeah, Macbeth even. Not Hamlet. Actually, both of them kind of fall into this kind of like revenge tragedy kind of deal, right? Of like someone being betrayed and going on this big revenge story, and there's like lots of death on stage and lots of people die and it's very bloody and all that. And essentially the Spanish tragedy, and just like checking here, I love this. I love it when like old writings had like sub names for them. So it's like the Spanish tragedy, or Hieronimo is mad again. What is the full cover of this text? Yeah, containing the lamentable end of Don Horatio and Belempera, with the pitiful death of Hieronimo, newly corrected, amended, and enlarged with new additions of the painter's part and others, as it hath of late been dewar times acted. The title page of the 1615 edition that was from. But yeah, so it was extremely influential. Kind of set the standard for what people wanted, right? Obviously, everyone always wants a comedy, and like many writers, probably some of the biggest writers at the time were Marlowe and Shakespeare, right? Was it Edward Marlowe? No, was it? I always forget his name. What's his full name at least? I always remember it was Marlowe. Is it Edward Marlowe? Marlowe. Faustus. Christopher Marlowe. I always think it's Edward Marlowe. I don't know why I get that confused. Would you say the transition from Middle English to Modern English was caused by the printing press? Actually, I had a professor at university who was specialized in that field. If not caused by it, it was absolutely influential. No, it was like his like main subject of study. He like collaborated and written books on it, kind of thing. But yes, he thought as much, and he said yes, there's definitely an element there which could be you used to be exactly. So like, if anything, it helped to like regulate it, right? Obviously, a lot of written work before printing was done by hand. Many people would just copy manuscripts written down. And obviously, this led to changes. Things like, oh, the spelling of this is not how I would spell it, so I'll spell that this way. Or even just like minor word changes, word choices. In some extreme instances, people are like, oh, this entire section is mollywop. I'll just change it with my own writings instead. But obviously, regarding how this affected language, a lot of it was more just like standardization. And a lot of people kind of go to the Canterbury Tales as one of the first instances of true like standardization of the English language, I guess. But I think as printing became more and more of a common thing, and around this time, actually, it's very interesting. China actually had printing well before Europe did, and like they invented a completely different way of doing it, which is very interesting. But yeah, as printing became more common in Europe and in England, the language got more standardized, which is I think printing absolutely had an effect on it. If not the entire cause, it had an effect. I was watching the new Nosferatu. It had the German. It had German. I don't speak German. I know it replaced E replaced Thorn. Wait. Blah, 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 blah. And I heard two in place of you, and I know High German doesn't have the foo sound. Well, no, there's a lot of cognates in English, but yeah, I can. If it's going for an older German, maybe I can see that being his. Also, hi, Lemaire. How you doing, my dear? Hope you're well. I wish I could just choose to spell things wrong when I disagree with spellings. That's the dream. Well, as we discussed the other day, language is constantly evolving, so you can disagree with it if you want. Other people just disagree back with you. I mean, that's the point of what this all was about, right? Back in, again, writers would copy manuscripts from other people, generally of like, generally monks or people of higher class who, knew how to write, would copy it all down. And again, if they didn't like the spelling of something, they would change it to something. I know we discussed before, V and U was often mixed, interchangeable in a lot of ways, which even at the time, people knew was like, why are these being interchangeable? And there are poems which deliberately take advantage of this to make weird wordplay and make things look more Like there was a poem I read, and it basically made like this differentiation between V and U, and it used it deliberately to make it seem like a bunch of double entendres were happening, and it happens all the time. And yeah, and I guess with standardization of language, those kind of things don't happen as much anymore. It's a thing which could have only ever happened at the time. And that's fascinating stuff. That is fascinating. That's people essentially metagaming poetry, which is weird to think about. But yeah, it's metagaming poetry and language. I think if Japanese learners of English would have an easier time learning Latin to learn English. Well, yeah, they probably have an easier time learning Portuguese and Danish as well, because they're close. There's what the was it Danish was originally the second official language of Japan for a while. Mm-hmm. But no, I'm good though, Lamette. Thank you for asking. Yeah, man, I get talking about all this old like literature and poetry stuff, and I don't shut up, don't I? Actually, Lamette, I have a question for you. Commodore, I think I asked this earlier, but you didn't answer like a fool. We have this little meme up here of Disney World. Where do we put it? Do we put it down here? Down at the bottom of the corner there, where the chat normally is? Or do I leave it up here? I'll be honest, I kind of don't like it up there. But I do want it there. Isn't Portuguese like if Gothic Latin had a baby? I don't know enough about Portuguese. I just know that like I had a friend who was from Brazil once, but he was Portuguese. He lived it, and he would get annoyed whenever I'd say he's Brazilian. Like, no, I'm Portuguese. And I'm like, all right, I'm sorry. But I guess also the national language of Brazil is Portuguese now. So yeah. Linguistics, good. I like linguistics. Excellent. We were talking about this the other day in your stream as well, weren't we? You want to change it, go ahead. I will either work. How does it look if I move it down here? Oh, I don't like that. Ooh, no, because then it's too cluttered and I can't read what you guys are saying properly. I guess I have my own little thing on the side here which I can read, but I guess it doesn't look good for you guys. Unless you don't care. Do you guys want to be next to Gaston's, I don't know, whatever is going on with Gaston here, which is making him have a brain damaged Gaston down here. Do you want to be next to him? A little brain damaged Jim? Is it Jim? Jim from Treasure Planet, yeah. By the way, I tried reading the original Treasure Planet once, many years ago, even back when I was a bit of a wee lad. Not a great read. It's very complicated. And it doesn't work. And a lot of people say, yeah, Treasure Island does not hold up. But yeah, I think Treasure Planet is the best way to experience Treasure Island. Or the Muppets Treasure Island, though admittedly I've not seen all of that before. But yeah, the Muppets are always really fun. I feel the Amish call anybody not Amish as English. I'd be like, I've never been to England. You speak very good English. Wait, you mean Island? What about... sorry, yes, Treasure Island. Yeah, sorry, yeah. Because Treasure Island is the original, which is all these things based on. Treasure Planet is the Disney version of it, which was very cool and had a bunch of really cool animation techniques and that whole like 3D stuff they did, which they got rid of because they used it for like 3 films, which was that, Tarzan, and I think something else. Oh, speaking of early 2000s Disney, Lilo and Stitch. It's so the remake of it. I will refuse. I love Lilo and Stitch with all my heart and soul. I love that film so much. I would rather die, and I would rather be stabbed by a homeless man in New York and set to be feasted on by rats in an alleyway than watch that film. And that should be a big deal for me if anyone's been here for a while, because I fucking hate rats. I am terrified of rats. Massive phobia of them. But yeah, Atlantis. Oh my god, yeah, okay, listen. Atlantis is so good. Holy shit. Fucking hell. the main girl in Atlantis, what was her name again? It wasn't Milo. Milo's the main dude. Was it Shay? I think it was Shay. Oh my god, she was so fine. And think of Chell from Road to El Dorado as well. It was DreamWorks. But man, I wish DreamWorks did hand animation again. They did so many cool films. I'm sorry, Lamette. I don't respect it. Rats freak me out. They just freak me out. I just not a fan of them. What was her name, though? What was the main cast? Hang on. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Kita! Yeah, man. That was when, like, Disney was still, like, okay with being sexy. And, like, I guess DreamWorks has always been okay with it, but now I guess a lot of them are like, oh, no, this isn't child-friendly. And when, like, a lot of people really love those films because they were just kind of like, they're just good films. Who cares what people think? Yeah, but man, Chell from Road to El Dorado, though. I know a lot of people say, yeah, she was the, like, sexual awakening, and I get it. God, Chell can get it. And, like, Kita as well. Kita's great. But yeah, no, I'm sorry, Lamette. I'm not a rat fan. I'm not a rat man. Rat man. Were you afraid of Ratigan in The Great Mouse? I actually never watched Great Mouse Detective. No, I mean, I'm not afraid of cartoon rats. Or, listen, if you throw a rat at me in a video game, I'm like, it's gross. Like, granted, I think there's several reasons. Listen, if a Dark Souls rat attacks you, there's several reasons why that's gross. It's like a fucking gross mutant monster rat living in a sewer, and that's pretty unnerving. But I'm not, like, afraid, right? I mean, like, in real life. And granted, I can understand, right, like, people can have, like, domesticated rats, and, like, they look kind of creepy to me. I'm not gonna, like... Wait, Michael J. Fox played Milo? Huh. Look at the Wikipedia page for Atlantis. I didn't know that. The Michael J. Fox? Michael J. Fox is Canadian? Huh. Well, who knew? But no, I never watched The Great Mouse Detective, actually. It's one of those ones, like, Rescuers Down Under as well. That's the sequel to it, right? I never watched either of those films. I remember seeing trailers for them on video. Did I just date myself then? You know, when you have old videotapes and they'd show, like, trailers for stuff on the video? I remember seeing trailers for, like, Rescuers Down Under on that. But no, I never saw The Great Mouse Detective. Unless The Great Mouse Detective and Rescuers are different things. I can't remember. But I know I never saw Great Mouse Detective. Or Rescuers. I found in the trash of someone a fake rat, so I brought it home and scared people with it. I have old tape. Okay. That's gross. Why would you do that? I would cry, I think. I think I'd stab you. I would cry and then proceed to stab you until there was no more blood left in your body to bleed. I still Sailor Moon tapes, but no. Oh. I have like a lot of I have an old cupboard full of videotapes. But yeah, I think we have an old video player somewhere. I could probably use to play them. Well, I get why videos got outmoded. You know, the big problem there is that, like, a lot of them don't last for that long. Just everybody else. Okay, thanks, Commodore. I appreciate that. You're a real homie for that one. So I just get to enjoy the fear. Lamette, you just reminded me of something. So I mentioned before, Lucy Pyer, she's one of my favorite streamers. Lucy Pyer, she mentioned how, like, when she was very young, she would get, like... I don't know if she had a video of it. She recorded an episode of Sailor Moon when it was on, when she was very, very small. And she'd said that she'd go into her room and just rewind and loop the scene of Sailor Moon's transformation over and over and over again in what she could only describe as autistic stimming. And she'd just do that for, like, ages. Just rewind it, watch the whole transformation sequence, rewind it, watch the whole transformation sequence. This is just like a girl thing. It's just like a girl moment. The last VCR manufacturer closed a few years ago. Damn. I'm sure you can find places which will do custom jobs for it. I'm sure that was a thing. That was a good animation. I've never watched any of Sailor Moon, actually. I've only seen the many memes of it. The tuxedo mask who's like, my work here is done. Like, you didn't do anything. Leaves. Man, my only knowledge of Sailor Moon is that Sailor Moon Crystal is seen as an absolute garbage fest, and apparently the Sailor Moon anime adds way more characterization to a lot of the Sailor girls, which were not originally in the manga. I was Sailor Moon for Halloween when I was really little. My mum had... You write it as mum? Oh, Lamette. Oh, that warms my heart. Had to make the wig out of yarn? And oh, cute. And painted the eyes on me. Go to the little kit. That's kind of cute though. It was Control C, Control V. You send a lot of attention. But no, like, what was it? Okay, I didn't have like that Sailor Moon moment. What I do? Okay, one thing I still do. So sometimes, often, okay, all the time, I'm very depressed, right? Sometimes though, when I'm very low and I'm like, man, I need some inspiration, some hype, some energy. Some people might listen to some like hype music. Some people might listen to some inspirational speech. No. No. I do no such thing. What I do is... what I do is... I go and watch the fight from the Digimon movie where Greymon fights Parrotmon. And if you know what this is, you know why I do that, because it's the fucking best thing ever! It's so fucking good! I do say mom feels wrong with the Americans are wrong with Yeah, I don't like the Americans in these parts. Oh, I think the music died. But no, I fucking... okay. I can't show it on stream because it would think it will get me reported. Big on, boss! See, this is why I don't have... Even if you don't if you get rid of, like, posting links, these things still happen. The bots still arrive. But yeah, like... man, the fucking Digimon movie. Okay, so when I say this, I'm specifically meaning like the English version, right? Now, listen, I've watched both the Japanese and English version of the Digimon movie, right? And it's great either way. But man, God, there's something so hype, right? Where did I go? Okay, yeah, there's something so hype. Is this copyright free? I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. Oh. We'll just play this for now. Now, there's something so hype, right, about that scene in the original Digimon movie where... Okay, for those who don't know, there's this bit where, like, they're trying to... Where Agumon, who's, like, a really big Agumon, right? He's, like, wandering around town, and, like, Tai's trying to find him and trying to find his sister, Kari, because they've kind of run off together. And she's, like, essentially riding around on, like, a fucking weird... super deformed T-Rex monster, right? And then Parrotmon spawns in, like, as in he actually just spawns in, an egg is hatched in the sky and Parrotmon is born from it, and he's just like this like fucking enormous parrot monster, and he comes in and it's like, and Agumon attacks it doesn't do anything, he's like, my turn, and it's like, Sonic destroyed, like fucking blast this fucking bridge, which Agumon and Kari are under, and Tai's under as well, like oh my god, and it's like, and the bridge is collapsing, and everyone's like, oh no, they're gonna die, and then there's also lots of dust everywhere, and they're just like, what's going on, and like it zooms out a bit, and like, it's fucking, Agumon's evolved. Oh, Agumon's evolved, and he's fucking enormous now, and he's like, and it zooms out this giant orange T-Rex there, and it's like, Agumon, like, I'm Greymon now, and it's like, you can be whoever you like, big guy, and then the fucking theme song kicks in, and it's like, Digimon, and it fucking goes for him, and they just like, smash into each other, it's awesome, and then, like, fucking, like, Greymon's like Nova Flame, like blasts his fireball, like blows up fucking Parrotmon's wing, and it's so hype, it's so good, and like, oh, okay, oh, I need to post this on I'll post it on Discord. It's so fucking good though, and then like. Fucking Parrotmon fucking beats him back and like blasts him again with lightning, and it's like, oh shit, he's out, and it's like, no, you gotta get it, and she's like, Kari's like blowing this whistle to try and get him up, and it's not working, and then like Tai just like fucking yanks the whistle off her. It's like, it worked on me. Just like blows as hard as he can on the whistle just to try and make enough noise to wake him up, and then it's like, and then it just like stops. Greymon fucking opens his eyes like a fucking crocodile opening his eyes, fucking gets up from the rubble, and just like Nova Flames, like just massive white fire just bursts out from him and just absolutely incinerates like Parrotmon. Just like it's so powerful that everything around them is just eviscerated and there's nothing left, and like Greymon's disappeared in the blast as well. It's thank you for the hydrate, Commodore. So fucking good. Everyone gets their autistic thing. This is mine. Going back and thinking this is the best shit ever. So good. Oh. Shall we play some Mystery Dungeon? I think I'll use energy while I can to play some Pokemon. Let's get the game. But man, that was awesome. And we don't talk about the Angela Anaconda thing. That part sucks, and no one likes that bit. I'm thinking back on that, surely it wasn't that bad, but that part did suck. But man, the actual Digimon movie, and yeah, again, it's especially the dub, because then it has like the theme song coming in. It's so good. Also, I just realized my mic has probably been peaking so much because I've been kind of shouting about this, and I don't care. Angela Anaconda was cursed. I never liked the look of that show. Disregarding the Digimon movie, even, I never liked the look of that show. I think it's aesthetically an unappealing show. I can respect the idea for wanting to do something different with it, but it doesn't change. Different doesn't necessarily mean good, and I think that did not do a good job. But man, oh my god, yeah, fucking Greymon versus Parrotmon. I want to watch. I was gonna watch it with my friend Buster, who's like one of my main mods here as well, but I've not got around to it. Maybe we could do a watch along. I don't know if people want to do it. I don't really do watch along because I don't like doing it. Because it's like me sitting in. If I'm watching a film, I don't want to talk. I want to watch the film. Because they redubbed a lot of the old Digimon movies, actually. So, like, the first 3 Digimon films. So, okay, just for a bit of a history lesson. The original Digimon movies, right? Were. How to put. The original Digimon movies, right, were there originally 3 separate movies, all about 30 or 40 minutes each. In the English version, they were all kind of like abridged and condensed into one thing, into one separate, one cohesive, semi-cohesive narrative. I don't know. Anyway, but what they did was recently, that last year, beginning of this year, actually, I can't remember. They redubbed a lot of the old movies in their own way, and like a lot of the old cast came back for it. Unfortunately, some of them weren't able to. Unfortunately, because some of them aren't around anymore. I know the actress from Mimi, she unfortunately died a couple years ago now, so she wasn't able to reprise her role. But I've not watched them yet. But I've seen clips of it, and like, and like that, and they keep some of the really good lines. The thing is, they rewrote the script and they kept some of the really good lines in the English dub, which a lot of people loved and gave it a lot of character. But they also kept it very like true to the originals as well. Like, there's a really awesome bit in like in the Diaboromon film. What's it called? Our War Game. Awesome film, by the way. And it's like. Okay, so like if you don't watch the original Digimon Adventure in Japanese, whenever they get into a fight, right, there's always like the theme Braveheart comes like and that always comes on, and it's like, yeah, the good guys are gonna come in and win the day, and it always happens, right? It's like, especially early on, it's like, whenever like the first learning how to evolve, Braveheart will always start playing and they'll come out with a clutch win, and it's nice. Man, that happens in the fucking film in Our War Game, where they've evolved into like final levels and they're going after Diaboromon. Like Metal Garurumon charges at it, Braveheart starts playing and like blasts all his missiles at him, and he's able to avoid it and it doesn't do anything, and like Braveheart stops and they lose. And it doesn't do that at all. So it just does it in the film where like Diaboromon. They're fighting Diaboromon. Braveheart gets fucking cut short and he just wrecks them. It's like, whoa. And it's one of those things where it hits really hard. I think Bleach, I never watched Bleach, but apparently Bleach does a similar thing where there's always a theme song which plays when everything's going to happen, where like the good guys are going to win. And like, there's this thing with, there's a villain in Bleach, Aizen, I think his name is. He's like uber powerful. And like the first time Ichigo tries to go up against Aizen, the theme song can, he's going to win, he's going to kick ass. He fucking stops his sword with a single finger and the soundtrack cuts out. And it's just like, I love that when like, you play on an expectation like that, where there's this theme associated with victory, and it always plays when a character's going to win, and it's like their victory lap kind of after a lot of struggle, and then it just gets cut out. And like, oh shit, they're not winning. It's such a good device to use. I wish we could have more localized dubs that are delayed. I guess it's very disappointing now. Okay. Well, it's not only disappointing. I mean, it's the wrong term. Also, I need to put the volume on the game. 1 second. But, also, I should change the category. Hang on. Actually, there's too many things I've got to do. Hang on. Just a moment, folks. So, obviously, dubs used to take a long time to come out. Oftentimes ages to come out, even. Like, years later. Can you hear the game now? Yeah or no? Yippee! But with the world of simul dubbing now, it doesn't happen as much, which I think is also led to poorer quality. Obviously, there's always things that people like they're putting in like weird woke stuff in things, which I think is bad, and it's bad to rework stuff like that for local, to vaguely put in stuff like that for localization stuff. I think that's poor. That's in poor taste and poor practice. And you know, I think a lot of them aren't as well thought out and stuff. But yeah, actually, let's change the game. It's a weird thing, because years ago, people would have been like, man, I really wish this got dubbed sooner. I really wish this got dubbed sooner now, and it was in English now, rather than, like, in 2 years from now. But, hey, what do I know? I think there's positives and negatives to it. I just think, unfortunately, in our current landscape for it, it's encouraged to focus on the negatives of it. Or rather, at least we are more noticeable of the negatives of it, because they take people out of the experience more. Oh. They very much take people out. It's bad now because it's done to the point where it takes people out of the experience of watching it. I found Pandemic Era dubs so funny. Thank you, Commodore. Thank you. Because there's always one voice where someone clearly had a not so great home setup. Yeah. I remember, like, there was a big thing where, like, the Kaguya-sama sub from Crunchyroll... Actually, that's another thing. It's essentially all monopolized now by Crunchyroll, right? And nothing else. You don't see as many fan subs... Unless it's for, like, weird niche shows, you don't see as many fan subs anymore, which I think is a real shame. Because a lot of them are good. A lot of them are very good. And also, you don't see, like, the awesomely hilarious things of, like, fucking... Ore means I. And stuff like that. Ore! Wait, you ever seen that Pro ZD skit where it's like it's like like anime dubs versus subs, and it's like it just nails it to a T. But yeah, no, there's like Kaguya-sama Love Is War had this thing where there was a line. It's like, why do you have to social distance? And people thought it was really in fucking bad taste, because it did change what the line originally was, which a lot of people didn't like. All going to Keikaku. Yeah, Keikaku means plan. That's I don't know why I didn't go for that first. That's the classic one. But yeah, it was like that was like a weird thing where like it was a bad line thing, and obviously it was like someone who was translating it, trying to have a bit of fun. It was not the kind of fun people wanted, though. They wanted something to, like, you know, not be that. Oh, actually, hang on. I just remembered. I'll be back in just a moment. I need to check on the sauce that I'm cooking, that it's not burnt yet. Un momento. Wait, I heard from a translation of La Vita Nove, where it said a good poem must not be translated into a bad poem, and I feel some modern dubs are direct but not artistic. I think there's varying degrees on that, Commodore. Translations are slippery slope, which we'll talk about in just 2 minutes. I'm just gonna, or 5 minutes is the thing. So also, why is this water spelt like that? Well, I guess we're on about standardization of language again. I'll be back in just a moment. I'm gonna check on this source. Bye bye. See you in a second. See you. Bye. Okay, I'm back. Good news. The source is coming along very well. Bad news. I hurt my fingers because I got hit by steam, and it hit my thumb, and I'm in, well, not incredible pain, but mildly annoying pain. Mildly annoying pain. I don't need it. It's fine. It won't be. It's not too bad. It wasn't like blasted directly by it or anything. It was just like a residual heat to the steam. It's fine though. It won't be too. It will be fine. I'm not gonna. No, it's not gonna blister. You can tell if it's gonna blister. But yeah, I'm doing a different thing this week where I'm making like a mother sauce, a mother tomato sauce, which I can just like add stuff to, take out and like add stuff to for other dishes throughout the week. Though I guess it's Wednesday today, so maybe not. That's no point. These just sticks with official translations of light novels. I'm like, okay, what's the official translation of the Iliad approved by the copyright holders? So I'm like, yeah. When it was less corpo chilling, yeah. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine, Lamette, don't worry about it. No, I'll be fine. I mean, well, for one, the Iliad is... as I mentioned earlier, the Iliad and the Odyssey and the Aeneid are all, they're all, open. They're all public. They have been public domain longer than the idea of public domain being a thing. Like the Odyssey's what, like 3,000 plus years old now. Same with the Iliad. The Aeneid was like, what did we say? It was like 50 BC. Either way, it's like 2,000 years old at very least. But yeah, you know, these are like ancient stories. So again, before the idea of it even existed. So all that you can do now is have translations and publishing translations, and you can get a free version of those available online. I'm reading Dr. Faustus at the moment because surprisingly, I've never read all of Dr. Faustus in its entirety. I'm reading the play of that at the moment. I'm just reading the version of it online because there's millions of versions of it available online because it's public use. It's public domain. If I got a 2000 anime fan style translation with a rainbow text ignoring words randomly, I would eat that up. Actually, yeah. Actually, I've been watching Digimon Savers recently. The 5th season of Digimon in Japanese, and like, yeah, it kind of has a lot of those. I'm like, oh my god, this is like so nostalgic in a way. Not because I watched... Okay, I did watch the... Limit. So I mentioned this the other day, watching anime in parts on YouTube. I did that with Digimon Savers. In English, it was called Data Squad. But I did that on YouTube, right? But even then, I'm not nostalgic for it because of that. I'm nostalgic for it because of all these weird little fan sub things it's doing, which I think are hilarious. And I like, damn, yeah, this is exactly how it was. This is awesome. It's amazing. There's translators to compete with. Yes, but also none of them are technically wrong for it. And like, I guess for these kind of things you can only pay the translators, but you can't pay for the actual work itself, I guess? Is that how it works? Obviously you're paying for the printing and stuff for physical versions as well. Although in the first episode when they showed substandard greetings had translation note to the top and never translated that standard greeting ever again. I remember watching a Giguk video a while ago, and it talked about the art of fan subs, and it talked about how like people would do like weird flashy shit and like do like subtitles which went with like certain animation motions, and I'm like, what the fuck? That's awesome. I have heard this, yeah. Granted, I've also heard a lot of like bad stuff going on with like Crunchyroll as well. Like, you guys may have heard about this. There was an actor who, I don't know if he works at Crunchyroll, he's contracted by them, but I guess you work what you pay for, Commodore. And when these people are just getting paid to churn out things on a constant mill, you know, whatever, I guess. Even if they're, I can't imagine it's a good job, right? Even if you're once very passionate about it. And like, even, like, it's like, fucking hell. And like, even then, right, like, .ass subtitles can do that. Oh, is it like, I mean .hack? Subtitle.ass. Okay. It's a .ass file. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that. I didn't know that was... Anyway, what was I going to say? There was an actor for Crunch who... This is... I guess he worked originally for Funimation before it got absorbed into Crunchyroll, really. But, he got a message from a fan saying, hey, we put together a lot of this little gift basket for you because we really like what you did with this character on this show we liked. And like, oh, he's like, oh, I'm very sorry, I've actually not received anything of the sort. And he looked into it, and it turns out that, like, staff at Crunchyroll had been throwing away his fan works from him for like 2+ years or something like that, or 3 years or something like that. And it's like, what? You know, MKV, well, there's an alternative called .nut, so you could .ass in .nut. I hate that. I hate that. Actually, well, that's kind of funny. Okay, Pokemon, time to get to work. We should probably play the game, shouldn't we? So, remember correctly, we're going to have to save Azurill or something. Oh. What? What's going on? Okay, got it. Hold on. You two, Team Stagehand 2. Huh? Excuse me? They were distributing cool stuff among staff too. Yeah, no, that's fucked up. That was the other thing, yeah. Like, and this is happening with other actors. And apparently other actors said that, listen, I'm not going to say anything now because it's not the place for it. But damn, there's some other shady stuff going on here which we do not like. And yeah, apparently there are a lot of people who do not like Crunchyroll, even internally within the company. And it's like, fucking hell, man, alright. I guess this is why we pirate stuff. I mean, who said that? I don't condone that. I mean, whatever. We'll pirate anime, whoever has. You called? You got yourself some visitors. Visitors? They're waiting at the guild entrance. Go see them. Who could it be? I swear to God, if I'm gonna have to say these fucking balls again. Here we go. Here's the .nut files. Quite, LJ. Hi there. Oh, it's you little guys. We heard we have visitors. Are you the visitors? It sucks how Sony is a look like... Yeah. I thought there were laws in place to stop monopolies from happening, but I guess it doesn't matter because they can just buy the law, I guess. And all those, like, things of, like... All those, like, dystopian writings about how we'll be owned by corporations just get bigger and bigger and bigger and more notable day by day by day. And it's all very depressing. I think there is in the UK. I thought there was in America as well, because that was one of the big things. Oh, wait, no. Maybe it is only in the UK, because I remember when Microsoft was trying to buy Activision Blizzard, they got held up in the UK court because there was potential laws of them. They were breaking laws and making potential monopoly. I think it eventually got through, and nothing came through it, which I think was a bad move. I think they should have pushed for it more because, listen, it's not good for one group to be holding so much of a stake in one business and one media. I don't know. The entire landscape of gaming is bad right now. Let's be real, it's all terrible. But that's why we're playing Pokemon instead, a game for the Nintendo DS, and went with from better times. We heard we have visitors. Are you the visitors? Oh. Yep. We wanted to ask Team Stagehand 2 for help. Help? Yep. We need your help finding a water float. A water float? Weren't you looking for that earlier? What? Yeah, so the water float was like a exclusive item. Okay, so apparently it's not Fanphi, it's Fanpy. Like, it's not PHY at the end, which I think everyone just kind of like ignores. Apparently, even I do. I call it Fanphi, and I'm like, wait, it's not Fanphi, it's Fanpy. I'm gonna double check this actually. It is Fanpy. Oh no. I really love Donphan as well. I think Donphan's so cool. Fanpy is very cute, and Donphan's just like the coolest thing ever. I think they're a very cool evolution line overall. Like, it does that really cool thing from like cute to very cool. And it's like, I don't know, I really like them a lot. I think they're both very good. Someone was lying on the beach. And someone said one was lying on the beach. We went there looking for it. We didn't find it. Instead, this is what we found. Oh, yeah, so just to catch everyone up on what's happened here. Team Skull, no relation, were beaten up by Wigglytuff. And after they nursed their wounds after getting the absolute snot beaten out of them, they're trying to mess with us now by, we had these guys got the water floater. I'm just gonna mess with them. We can't get back with Wigglytuff because we'll get our asses kicked. But we can sure hell mess with these little dweebs. Also, they called us chickens, which I was like, I'm not a chicken. It's like, do you guys know what a chicken is in this world? We talked about this. The logistics of this don't make any sense. Like, how does it work to be called chickens when... So, do chickens exist in the world? Do real animals exist? These are the questions I ask myself at night, and... Oh well. There's writing on it. Quartz read the message of the script. Let's load up. Let's see, what does it say? The water flow from the beach is now in our possession. Just trying to take it from us. We'll wait for you in the deepest part of Amp Plains. But knowing how weak and puny you are, I bet you can't even reach us. Can't handle it? Go cry to your big shot friend. Look how happy he looks reading this. Hey, this note, it's a ransom note, isn't it? You little guys, promise me you won't go yourself. I suspect a trap. But the water float is very important to us. We really want to get it back. No, you're right. Half of Pokemon refer to real animal compared to the Pokedex. I would like to believe our animals are there because it's like it's Pocket Monster, right? Not a Pocket Animal. But as the line is blurred, oh god. Speaking of, oh god, this just makes me think of like the whole Power World shabackle going on and how Pokemon is trying to license things which they have no real claim to license, like patent even. It's a whole anyway. But yeah, it's like I imagine they do eat Pokemon. It's not like they have normal animals. It's changed, right? I think if you looked at the original games, like yeah, animals can exist, and so can Pokemon. But now that isn't a thing. Now they couldn't do that. They wouldn't ever do that. And it's like the world of Pokemon is one of those things where the second you look at it with like an iota of not clarity, if you zoom on it within any capacity, it just crumbles under its own weight of like nonsensicalness. And I guess you're not meant to think about it. It's just they're fucking weird creatures. Some of them are like cute animals. Some of them are like near divinity, and you just have to deal with it. And like, okay, you know, I don't think of legendaries as gods, by the way. I think every time they say legendaries are gods in game, I think that's bullshit. I want to say that they're more like elder dragons from Monster Hunter, right? Where like elder dragons are these beings who have like incredible powers, and like they don't seem to obey any known laws of the world. They just kind of do. Like even like more commonly spotted elder dragons, like the Kirin. It's like a weird horse dragon, obviously based on the Kirin from like popular in like East Asian mythology, but like it just like summons lightning clouds or spawn around it whenever it appears, and it can just summon lightning to the ground. I was like, how does it do that? It's fucking magic. And it's like, oh, it's an elder dragon. And I kind of like that idea of like Pokemon being like elder dragons. They're not gods, but they're these creatures which are very rare and very powerful, like so powerful that they've been worshipped as deities in the past, which is the same as elder dragons. They have been in the past. I'm pretty sure there's like notes referring to that in Monster Hunter World. Yeah, and it's like you can definitely see it, but they're not gods. They're normal creatures. They live and die like everything else. If humans are animals in our world, are they considered normal type Pokemon in Pokemon? Well, that's another thing, right? They mentioned you're a human. Oh, that's so weird. Like, do humans exist in this world inhabited only by Pokemons, allegedly? Are humans mythical creatures? I think in the world of Mystery Dungeon, humans must be like mythical creatures, right? But they just, a human. No one's like, a human? What's that? What's going on here, buddy? It's in a weird things in here. You're a human being? Huh. It's kind of crazy silly of you, man. Come on. Snap out of it, buddy. You're a turtwig. Come on. But, yeah, what are humans in this world? I don't understand. But I can't take Azurill to a dangerous place. I said I would go too. It's too much for you. I don't want you getting into scary scrapes. I went to Ant Plains by myself, but many electric-type Pokemon live there. Oh, we're gonna fucking own these guys. I'm no match for them. I tried going many times, but I got knocked out right away. I can't stand how weak I am. No problem. I know what to do. We'll go get that water float back for you. Really? You will? Yep. So no more tears. Okay. We're sorry to bother you about this. Thank you. You should see your faces. All that crying and laughing. Come on. Don't worry, though. We'll get it back for you. It's a promise. Let's go, LJ. We're off to Ant Plains. Hooray. Oh, I should probably change my team for this, actually. Starly's gonna not be great for it. I called it Stall after, like, the streamer Stall. But also, I think just because it's a fun name for Starly. Okay. Members. Okay, boys. Who are we putting in? I'm gonna let someone decide who we're putting in the team. So we're gonna take out Stall because they're a flying type and they'll get killed by all the electric types there. We have Bobbly the Oddish. We have Ronald okay, he's also a dead weight. Actually, when I played Mr. Dungeon Blue, I ended up getting a Psyduck as my main guy. We have Lemmy the We have Lemmy the Tangler, who could be useful, but I'm also like a grass type, so it makes it a bit We have Wooper. Oh, I called Oh, I remember. Yeah, I called it Paddington because it's not Paddington Bear, but because it's a lily pad on its head. Also, yeah, I do think. So okay, so Lemmet, about humans being normal type. No, we're not. Humans are typeless because my theory is that like all the types in Pokemon, even normal, they're all kind of like aligned to a certain energy, right? Because look at ghost Pokemon. There are many ghost Pokemon which are not actually like ghosts, right? They just have like ghostly qualities to them. Like Mimikyu is not a ghost. It's not a dead being, right? But it is like a weird, horrifying nightmare creature hidden under a thing. It's the same with a lot of dual type ghosts, right? A lot of them are like not dead creatures, but they have like a spiritual essence to them, or like something related to like something spectral. I cannot remember type match after all these years. That's okay. I think he may be Paddington though. Just because I'm really impressed that I came up with that and I completely forgot about it. We have Barb the Barboach. How you doing, Barb? Critic the Anorith. I was gonna say, yeah, so I imagine like Pokemon's powers and abilities and attacks, they're like aligned to a certain energy. Even normal could be a energy, and the reason why humans can't use any, humans can't have any of these like special elemental attacks, right? Even normal is considered an element in Pokemon, even if it is normal, right? It's still an element which is resisted and such, and weak. Okay, nothing's weak to normal, but you know, resisted by certain types and stuff. And like, you know, normal is immune to ghost, but ghost is immune to normal. They're all different types. We don't have any humans have no elemental type to them. Therefore, we are not normal. If anything, we are typeless. If anything, you look at the okay, so in Pokemon, when you get to 0 PP, or you can't use any more moves, you get access to the move Struggle. Struggle will deal damage to yourself, but it also deals damage to the opponent. It is typeless. It is not resisted by anything. It is not immune to anything. Nothing is immune to it, but it's also not strong against anything. It is typeless. It is flat damage. And no type matches are affected by it. So if anything, humans are that. Humans are Struggle, right? Which is maybe a more of a philosophical sentence than I'd like to say. Humans are struggling, or humans are a struggle. Humanity is a struggle. We're gonna add fucking Whoopie in. Because I kind of like Wooper more than Lotad. I guess we, Well, wait, no, maybe, Maybe Charlie in, actually. Charlie the Chingling. I think it'd be nice to just have a Psychic type on a team. Actually, wait. Does Whoopie... Do they even have any ground moves? You have Mud Shot, actually. Wait, no, that's actually really useful. Do you have any ground type moves? Mud Sport, the most useless move. Okay. You know what? Hang on, what does Merc have? Moves. Low Kick, Leer, Focus Edge, Karate Chop. What does Charlie have? I love that. Charlie the Chingling. Moves. Rap, Growl, and Astonish. Okay, listen, Charlie. I love you, man. I'm gonna have you on standby for this one. We're gonna bring in, who are we bringing in, boys? We're gonna bring in Whoopie. Just because he has Mud Shot, and we need all the ground moves we can get. Because I remember getting to this part when I was very young on the on Pokemon Darkness or Dungeon Darkness, and this is as far as I got. I don't think I ever got any further than this. I got stuck on it because everything was kind of like a blurry around this point. But I do remember getting to this place, and you have to fight a bunch of like Luxray and Luxio, and there's tons of them. And it's such a whole monster house worth of them. Very, very difficult. Hey! I'm going after Outlaws on the notice board today. Looks good. Look good. Well, let's look good for training. Is that what he said? No, I missed that. Let's look good training. Okay, is that what he said? Gosh, the great Dusknoir gave me pointers on exploring. By golly, he's giving me a shot of confidence myself. Yup. Oh, I got the spirit for a great day training. It's called being positive. By gosh. It's another day of helping, but what do you need? Oh, hang on, wait. We didn't read Sunflora's diary. So, Sunflora has a diary, which is like Sunflora's oh my gosh diary. And it's like the most hilarious recollections of everything. It's just like Sunflora being a Sunflora, basically. What did we... Was it back home? Wait, no. Oh, no, we did read this part. There's so many games I loved as a kid and got stuck in kind of obvious spots. This game was like legitimately very hard for me as a kid. I don't know if it actually is. So far I'm doing okay, but it's not an easy game. I think there's like a lot of points where I've been like, oh, I underestimated that completely and I've gotten wrecked. So I think this game is actually genuinely hard. I don't think I read her journal about the expedition. Sunflora's oh my gosh diary, entry 9, back home. We just got back from an expedition that, oh my gosh, it's my bastard. That was an expedition, it's a big impression of me everywhere, especially this other far down lake. Oh my gosh, it moved me in ways I can't express. Oh, actually, that makes sense because she has no eyes. Or at least they're always closed. Oh, but if I write any more details, Luxie would be so upset and that wouldn't be good. Eek. This is the best of all. Is this even coming up on the mic, by the way? This is the best tradition I attended. Oh, I hope I can go with everyone again sometime. Okay. I can never be sure if, like, Sunflora's, my random high-pitched girl voice screeching even comes off and can be picked up on the microphone. Welcome to the Krogan swap shop. Want to swap? It'll cost you. I think we're fine. Actually, what do we have in our bag at the moment? Items. We have a glittery box. I am flesh and I am gold. Rise up, ting ting, like glitter and gold. There's a fire in my soul. Rise up, ting ting, like glitter. Ooh, like glitter and gold. Like glitter. Let's check underneath here. A Dunsparce.
There's a place I really want to visit, but I'm too scared to explore a dungeon by myself. I'd really like if you could come with me, Team St. Chanto.
Drenched Bluff. Sure, we'll accept the request. But I'm not doing it today. What does Whooper say? Another exciting adventure. Where are we going? I heard that different kinds of prize tickets have something to do with your Explorer rank.
Did you know that there are different kinds of prize tickets? It seems that you can win different prizes with different tickets.
What are you saying, Octillery? I'm really enjoying the big treasure prize tickets at the recycle shop. I can't get enough. I wonder if I'll win my really first prize ticket. Hoo-hoo-hoo! One day I'll win big. I think I actually won big. And oh my god, yeah, the win big thing was great because like a fucking Ludicolo smashed out of the wall and started dancing. And I think there was a bunch of like Sunflora there. No, Bellossom as well, I think it was. Yeah, that was awesome. That was amazing. How much money do I have? Okay. How's the egg doing, Chansey? I'm looking after your egg. It's doing fabulously well. Huh? The egg? Is it? Could it be? Is it close to hatching? Could it? Will it? Well, not quite. Okay. Okay, then, no problem. You know, I think about, like, things which seemed obvious in points in games. Which, oh, I should have been able to do that. There are, like, a lot of, like, old games where I'm like, how did you even play this as a child? Because it's, like, it's unplayable by modern standards. A link moves you want, which is 500? No way, bro. Team CG, somewhere really hard. I think like Croc Legend of the Gobos and how like that was all tank controls. Actually, I don't think I ever played that. I watched my family play that. I don't know how they would have done it.
Want to hear what we're up to? We're on a hunt for the Golden Mask. It's an ancient mask from a long-lost civilization. Would you two know anything about it?
No.
There are many kinds of treasures in the world. We traveled far searching for those treasures.
I see we have a new target, lads. I'd love to see it. Get appraisal for the glittery box. Info. A box that glitters with dazzling light. Likely contains something. Your glittery box, and you will pay 150 for Pokey. Let the appraisal begin. Quack. Quack. I love the sound effect they have for it. And so, it is revealed within the box. Was this grey gummy? What more do you wish? Similar to where my sister telling me when I was 3 I had to level my starter bug to 100 before I could beat the first gym. You know, Limette, there are a lot of things that maybe we shouldn't share, you know? Sometimes it's personal things which are traumatic. At least not in public, don't share them. Maybe you should share someone. You know, sometimes it's things to do with your sex life. And there's things like this. Don't share this. Or if you do, well, only do it on stream where everyone can point and laugh at you for being a silly child. I don't know, you were 3 years old at the time. I don't think I had the motor functions to remember anything at 3 years old. Or let alone play a video game. I remember not liking games that very much though when I was young, and it kind of grew on me after a while. What can I sell? Why do I have so many plain seeds? Why do I have so many seeds? Tell you what, actually. What I'm going to do is... I'm going to go into the item shop. The item swap. Get rid of them all. Oh, hang on. Wait, I can make a drink.
Welcome to the fresh and friendly Spinner's Juice Bar. Which ingredient shall I use?
An apple. A big apple. A cherry berry. Well, I have a white gummy already, so... Who will drink this? Quartz. Actually, that guy cute. Yeah, quartz.
Drink. Use the white gummy to make a drink for quartz. That's right.
Shake it this way, shake it that way, and stir it all around and it's done. The white gummy broth, ooh. Savory fragrance and even bitterness contributed from mature flavor. Oh man. Actually, you have ancient powers, that's not too bad. Ancient power is like pretty good. Okay, what can we get rid of here?
Did you hear the happy news? Why not? Thanks to everyone's recycling efforts, Project P recently made a new discovery. Huzzah! This time, treasure was discovered, so we're having a higher grade of recycled items. Yippee! Please keep recycling.
Recycle. Okay. Oh, I don't really want any of these. A silver ticket. I'll just get rid of all the seeds. Hee. Oh, hang on. Right. Oh god. Plain seed. Plain seed. Plain seed. And then, revisor seed. That's something I can throw at someone, I think. And then I'll get rid of one of these warp seeds. We don't need it. What else can I get rid of? This is the most exciting part of any video game. Item management. Defense scarf. I kind of want to keep that. There's so many max elixirs. Do I need them all? Sure, let's redeem it now. Okay, lads and lasses. What colour are we picking? I'll leave it to the chat. 1 for red, 2 for blue, 3 for yellow. Or just type in the colour, I guess. I don't know. I feel like yellow is the odd one out here because there's red and blue on the design tier, and why not 3? I guess we're going for yellow then.
Okay, yellow then. Alright, yellow! Is it a win? Is it not? That's right! Is that so? That's not too bad.
Okay. Oh, that really was a constellation. An oranberry? Okay, well, I guess it's better than nothing. Lamette, you have failed me for the last time. I should have to kill you and your entire family. I didn't want to let it come to this. I've got terrible look. You shouldn't listen to me. Oh, great! You're great to have on after a disaster. It reminds me of one of my favorite jokes in South Park. It's not really a singular joke. It's more of a character. They're called Captain Hindsight. They're like a superhero, but their main power they can like fly into like a superhero, but their main power is that they have superhuman hindsight. So they can see how things could have been done at a superhuman level. Which I think is so fucking dumb and funny. Gold gummy. Who's this best for? Psychic type Pokemon. Well, we're not gonna feed that to you. We're gonna give it to Quartz. Items. Wait, maybe it's better to just make the gummies into drinks actually, because I think we'll get more stat boosts from them. That's probably a better idea. Order, order! We're gonna make a grey gummy drink. Info, was it rock types? Cool, we're like grass and turn into a grass ground. We'll probably like this. Drink. Though a grey gummy does not sound the most appetizing. Grey gummy smoothie. Oh, well, your sense of delights your digestive system. IQ 1 at special defense rose up. Let's go. What? IQ increased too. Order. Yeah, I guess we just use the gummies to make drinks. Is that the play? Drink. And then we'll get the last one to Quartz. Yeah. Oh, by the way, is my category changed to Mystery Dungeon? I did change it. I can't remember if it's... Sometimes for me, when I change the category, it doesn't do it right. I don't know why. It's very odd. Yeah, it is excellent. A light, rich flavor. Huzzah! Non-traitor. Excellent. I don't know what that means. Attack roads. That's actually very good. Okay, one last gummy, I think? No, we have 2 gummies. Okay. Who's this for? Ghost types. Cool. Fampi's a ghost. I should have something to help not that Fampi, it's not a ghost. But yeah, I think it should be Fampi. Really, everyone calls it Fampi. No one's ever called it Fampi before. Also, why is it called Fampi? That sounds terrible. Is that the Japanese? What's the Japanese name for it? Light, rich flavor that just melts in your mouth. Let's have a look, actually. Fampi. 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 May have the same name in Japanese. I don't know. Gomazu. No, Gomazo. 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 What's Donphan? Oh, it's Donphan. What's the etymology behind this? Name origin. Donphan and Donphan is in the Japanese, but maybe a combination of Don, Spanish honorific, similar to Sir, or Don, the common suffix in names of animals, i.e. mastodon from the ancient Greek word for the with tooth, and elephant. Elephant, Don. Okay. Well, what does Gomazo come from? It's an elephant, not an elephant. Yeah. See, I think that's what most people assume anyway with it, but apparently it's not the case. Fampi may be derived from elephant and possibly infant, or the diminutive suffix e. Gomazo may be a combination of... How do you say that? Something kai? Komakai, meaning small or minute, and zo, meaning elephant. I need to get back into Japanese study again, because I can read Japanese on hiragana and katakana. I cannot read kanji to save my life though, which is a shame, because I enjoyed doing it when I was doing it. I need to get back into it then. Oh. Okay, and then the white gummy. I like this place. This is a nice cafe. I wish I had a cafe like this in real life, with like all wooden floors and everything like that. But a very cozy vibe. And you have like a funny little bear who's like white gummy soda, savory fragrance. You business. There's different sound for that. Is this like a higher quality stuff then? Oh no, never mind. Okay. Have like a nice little bear man who's like there to like help you out and such. Wait, do I have any reviver seeds in my bag? I think I don't, because... Sprout Rock. I'll probably get a reviver seed out just in case. I don't know why the music does that sometimes. Oh, tell you what, actually, whilst I'm here, I should also go and, like... I should also go and talk to Dugtrio and see if he's do these weird musings about life in the sea. That was a sentence. Reviver seed. Take that. I'll be fine. Okay.
Oh, see, you hear us. We have given a topic much thought. How can we reach the great Dust Noir's lofty standards? And, after soul searching, I've arrived at a single conclusion. We will leave the guild and go on a journey. We should travel the world and experience what it has to offer on a path of self-discovery. Wait, I do mean... Do I mean path to self-discovery? Or a path of self-discoveries? Oh, see, what say you? Give us your reply. Answer us. Oh, vast sea!
Splash. Sploosh.
ASMR, you're Dugtrio and you're by the sea. And you really wanted to speak back to you using normal words. But it's water, so it can't do that.
I just realized I'm doing this when there's actually sea noises in the background. Have you seen that video which is like ASMR? Funky Kong picks you up in the airport. So dumb. Thanks to the ocean ambience. Anytime. You need any ocean ambience, Lorette? I'm your guy. Let me know.
Oh, sea, you will allow it. Thank you, great sea. And that's the way of it. We'll leave on our journey soon. I trust you'll pick up the slack in our absence. We must return to the guild and prepare for our journey. Farewell.
Oh, I thought they were doing a little cheer for him. That's just they're like idle animations, I guess. Okay, never mind. Well,
That's the end of this side quest. For now, at the very least.
okay, and then we're gonna go over here. Then we're gonna go to the Ant Plains and see what's going on. Oh, there's a place as well which was found from the expedition thing. It wasn't Applewoods, it wasn't Craggy Coast. Was it Mount Horn? It may have been Mount Horn. No, it was Landslide Cave even, that was it. To Amp Plains, away! Amp Plains. Ooh! Ooh! Hello. Oh, I like this. This is funky.
This has been the entrance to Amp Plains. I can't imagine what sort of bullies would do something like this. I mean, threatening little kids like those brothers really stinks. We gotta get their water flow back, LJ.
Okay. My first victim, it seems, is but a mere little sheepy. Goodbye. It's a cool theme. I wish real life had themed music to match the environment. Yeah, that would be great. Oh, is my tackle and withdraw not linked anymore? They're not. Oh dear me, oh my, that's rather ooh. Tell you what then. Withdraw. One of my favorite interactions in the game is the move Skull Bash. Not interactions. But like Skull Bash is where you tuck your head in for one move, and it raises your defense, and then on the next you attack on the next turn. I think it's very cool. I'm sure there's no. I was thinking of Withdraw. No, there's Rollout though. Rollout has a really interesting interaction where if you attack while you are Yeah, if you use the move rollout after having used the move defense curl, you will throw a. Oh, I got a box just then, didn't I? You will increase the power of rollout if you use defense curl beforehand. I think it's a really interesting, unique thing which I've not really seen done much with many other moves. I just think it's a really fun interaction. Die. Oh yeah. I like how in Pokemon Colosseum they give you a plus. Oh, a grey gummy. Oh, white. That was a white gummy. Okay, never mind. Stairs. Nay. Oh dear. Oh no. Thanks for the mud sport, fellas. I wish real life had theme. Oh, you already said it. Yeah. You just gotta make your own theme music, Limit. You gotta think of the world as your own theme music to carry on to. Just, you know the place to do it, because there are some dickheads in the world who will be assholes about it. Blowback orb. That's what they call me. Wait, I mean, oh fuck. Whoa! I was trying to make a blowjob joke and I couldn't think of one to blowback and blowjob. Hello. Heal seed. I don't care about their opinion. Excellent. I mean, like people who will like actually try and stab you because they think you're weird. Because there's a lot of people like that where I live. And I don't very much like it. But normally, yeah, don't give a shit about their opinion. Unless they're actually going to kill you, in which case, maybe do something about that. Kill them back. That's a good option. Everyone loves it when you kill them back. Why did that stick do so much damage? I thought sticks are terrible. Why did you use my one reviver seed, you fool? Bringing Wooper here was a mistake. Is it worth trying to explore and see if I can recoup my losses? Reviver seed? Pure seed. Ugh. Okay, can we just throw the pebbles at it? It worked! Begone! Imagine you're standing like a whole like room away from someone's just throwing rocks at you. This stabbing is an issue I hear. Only time I've encountered someone wielding a knife and they offer me a job instead. What? Explain. There's a story here and you can't just not explain the story. They were a circus performer. Oh, right, I see. Okay. See, if you say, yeah, the circus performer had a knife, I can see that being the case. But it's like, yeah, I'm gonna stab you. Like, actually, I want to hire you instead. I think that's a neat trick. How the hell do you manage to finagle your way around that one? What does Pure Seed do? Whoops, Pokemon to a stairway. Info. Is it only this Pokemon though? I said no. Okay, this guy with knives and a carnival mask came up and to me outside of McDonald's, told me he was on his way to a performance and needed a girl on the spinning wheel and asked if I would. I said no and he just drove away on his bike, but very visibly had like 10 knives on him. Huh. Well, that's That's quite the story, Lamette. Was there like a carnival going on that day where you were? Was he just like asking random women? Or was it just like he's zeroed in on you and like, yeah, this person looks to be okay with something like this. I think he just does it as a hobby. I guess he wasn't doing it like a threatening way. It was all like a bit like amusing. Get a piece of foam with a target drawn on it. I see. Wait, no, I don't see. That doesn't make any sense. Info. Oh, hello. He only approached me because my backpack is dog shaped, and he said he looked like his dog, except his dog had no legs. There's a lot going. There's a lot of stages to this. There's a lot going on here. Oh, TM. Brick break. Wait, will you learn it naturally later on? You probably learn it naturally. That's a fan thing. That's a flappy even. Yeah, getting pumped. Money, 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 money. Okay, and then what are we gonna do here? We're gonna do this. Gonna go through. Oh, fucking hell. You can't write shit like that. Oh my god. You just warped the actually teleports behind you. Okay. How? Who keeps using all my reviving items? I thought it was the right one. Looking closer, this is not a reviver seed, but a reviser seed. And what? Burst into spontaneous laughter and fainted. What? What just happened? Merc was revived. Merc burst into spontaneous laughter and fainted. Okay. Well, that was wild. Let's just hit you like a... Burst into spontaneous laughter and fainted is a mood. I'm guessing that was your mood after this guy had randomly talked to you about what's going on. Am I? Oh god, he's going to die. He's not the smartest lad. Well, I guess I'm down 2 teammates. This is wonderful. Hello. I just got approached with people who are like weird video game movies. Honestly, it does sound like a guy who come up to you with a weird quest, doesn't he? Hey, so you know how I said, oh man, I should probably pick these guys, they'll be good for this place, and now they're all dead? I love that. The game is not easy. Oh, we're at the halfway point. Well, I guess we'll save. Save and continue. Can I take any items out here? No? Okay. Mystery Dungeon takes too much brain power for me. It takes a lot of brain power for me, honestly. It's not an easy game, I guess. Meanwhile, back at Treasure Town! I see, that's what happened to your water float. What a mean thing to do. So LJ's team is on their way right now, yes?
They said they'll go get it for us.
Good for you.
You couldn't rest easy knowing Team Stagehand 2 is on the case. Yes, that's true. They once saved Azurill too. We're so grateful for their help.
Good day to you all. Is something the matter?
Hello, Dusk Noir, sir. We're talking about Meryl's lost item. Do you remember? We discussed the very same thing here not long ago.
Oh, of course. I believe you're referring to the water float. I seem to recall you'd heard that it was on the beach.
Exactly. But now there is more to the story. Hecklon explained to Dusk Noir what had taken place.
I see. That is terrible indeed. It's hard to imagine why anyone would do something so wretched. It must take some pathetic thugs to stoop so low.
I just couldn't agree more. To be so mean-spirited to children, and to children so young as these brothers, it's utterly unforgivable.
One more thing. Where has Team Stagehand 2 gone?
They went to Amplanes.
Pardon? Did you say Amp Plains? But in Amp Plains, at this time of year, it's the season for... No, this is ruinous. Stagehand 2 is in grave danger.
What?
I must leave for Amp Plains immediately.
Wait, what? Oh no. So, I think someone told me in my chat once that, like, they... Giga Drain. Info. Power. Cool. It's better than this, right? Info. Yeah. Forget absorb. Oh. Yeah. Excellent. So, it was like a Luxray and Luxio swarm, but apparently it's changed in Mystery Dungeon Sky. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I guess we'll find out. Either way, I'm not looking forward to it because it's a really difficult fight, I remember that. Awesome. You were so brave. I am just a man. I was trying to learn that song from Epic recently. It's a very difficult song to sing. I look into your eyes, and I think back to that son of mine. You're as old as he was when I left for war. Oh, cool. This is nice. It's a difficult song to sing. Do I have any money on me? Did I pick up any? I did pick up some money. Okay. Cute Shaman, hello. Hang on a second, my friend. Where'd it go? Where'd my thingies go? Cute Shaman, you just follow, so here's a blow on the horn. Thank you for coming in, Cute Shaman. We do appreciate it. But no, yeah, like, I wanted to, like, sing some epic songs, but they're not easy, and I need to practice them. That song, Just a Man, it's like, it needs to be quiet and tender, but I struggle to get high notes very easily when it's quiet, so... It's like you need to use your head voice, I guess, so... I'll work on it. Much work to be done. Good afternoon, and congrats, you found the secret bazaar. What did you do again?
Hello and welcome, explorers. I've got some wonderful grab bags here. You know what's inside? Try one and see.
Sure.
Hornberry. Okay. Yeah, I'll pass. What do you do? I'm shooting into the escape guide and a secret way out of the dungeon. I have an escape orb. It's okay.
I'll clean up all the items in the Twitter bag.
Except big streamers become apathetic and ungrateful for new follows. You know what, Shaman? I do agree with that. Sometimes I get it. If someone has like 1,000 people in their chats or something like that, They can't keep track of everything, but I don't know, I do my best. Though I am but a small wee lad. A small wee lad. When you're referring to cute shaming, though, which shaming form are you referring to? I must add. Must ask. But no, I think it's a natural course of growth where it's difficult to see. Though I think what's really irreprehensible is when people are like, "Oh yeah, cool, thanks for the sub or whatever," and people give like a massive amount of like, essentially give a huge amount of money to them, and like, "Oh cool, thanks." Like, no, what? I'm sorry, but like, you show some gratitude, you know? If someone's like, oh, gifted, I don't know, some ridiculous, like 100 subs in someone's chat or something, and you're like, cool, thanks, bro. It's like, huh? What? Really? That's your response? Okay. Well, you know what? That's whatever, man. People be people sometimes. No, that's actually not the case at all. People should just actually be grateful if someone's bothered to put their own money away aside for you, I guess. They had no obligation to do that, and yet they chose to do it, so... Ah, well. That did a lot of damage. Okay. Let's withdraw. Oh, the worthy card doesn't know what it's like to live as a working class person. It's always... Wait, why did I do that? It's always better than the other side, is it? I should withdraw. I should actually move here, just get them so we can both attack. Woo! That was a close one, fellas. A twist band.
Twist your balls, testicular torsion.
No, yeah, unfortunately, it happened, Shannon. But I don't know. I guess the best you can do is just try and not follow in their footsteps. Not in being rich. If you can get rich, go for it. But you know, don't lose sight of humanity, I guess.
Coward.
Okay, that's an elect. Oh wait, actually that wasn't too bad. Yippee! Oh, fear orb, and that won't work in the boss ring either.
Most excellent.
Mix elixir. What is this? A drink that restores the PP of all moves, but only for Linoon. It's also slightly fills the Pokemon's belly. It is a look-alike item for the max elixir. Remember, it can only be used on Linoon, so be careful. Can I take this? What can I swap this with? Why do I have the Dragon Claw TM in my bag? When did I pick that up? I used TM. Why do I have that? The remains of the TM Giga Drain. You can restore it to its original state using the move Recycle. Oh, okay. Well, I don't have that move, so bye. Wait, no.
Be gone.
Okay. I should probably go and check on that thing which is cooking in a moment too. Oh god. Oh dear. Oh goodness. Oh me oh my. Oh, whatever shall I do? Yippee! Yeah, okay, I think after I get the stairs on this floor, I think I will... Ooh, a grass gummy. I shall like that very much. Wait, was it for grass? Grasses, let's go. Eat.
Consume policy.
Special attack went up. Let's go. Let's go. Money. Okay, I'm gonna be 2 seconds. I'm just gonna be back in 1 moment. I'm just gonna go and check on this sauce that I'm making. Hello, Chepsy. How are you doing? I always forget. I always forget because of how many times you change your name, Chepsy. Goodness heavens me. Anyway, hang on. I'll be back in a moment. I'm just gonna... Hi, Thorn. How you doing? So I actually turned the volume down on that a little while ago. Was that much quieter for you guys? Was that still very loud? Was that massively loud and annoying? But hello, Thorn. Hello, Chepsy. I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna be actually just back in 2 moments. I'm just checking on something which is cooking at the moment. So if you could just hold on for 1 moment, I'll be back in a second. Okay, boop. I imagine I need to turn it down even more then. Okay, I'll make a note of that. Okay. Hang on, I'll be back in a second then. In the meantime, keep typing in Bazinga until you keep spelling the word wrong whilst I'm gone. Uno momento.
Good news, everyone! You're all going to die horribly. I mean, good news, everyone!
The sauce is cooking just fine and has not burnt at all. Thing is, though, now that I'm back, I can actually ban you for typing Bazinga one more time. Thorn, I forget, have I banned you before? Have I banned you before, Thorn? I can't remember. I feel like I have done. You told chat to keep spamming it until you spell it wrong. Okay. I just realized it's a terrible thing to do when you can just copy and paste it, can't you, realistically? Okay, well, it's fine. I should probably improve my defenses, though, because I'm going to be in a poor state of mind otherwise. Hello. I had to hop out. Hope you have a good rest of your stream. That your sauce is delicious. Thank you, Limit. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here, my dear. Keep well. Keep look after yourself. Who was Rare Manipulator? I don't understand what that was. You know what, Thorn? I would have believed that if it was anyone but you. I don't believe a word you say. Let's do an item. Now, have a good night, though, Limette. Alright, good afternoon. Good night. Anyway, whatever time it is for you in good old Canada. I like saying it Canadian. Canadian sounds like a biblical tribe, and I think that's very funny. I hope you have a good night there, dear. Bro, I can't believe Elijah would doubt me. Like, this is so sad. Yeah, well, there are many sad things. But no, I need to change the loud man screaming, I guess, don't I? Ooh, hello. Hang on. Okay, so, from my understanding, this is a really difficult thing. The sauce is a tomato sauce, but I'm doing like a different thing this week. We're making like a mother sauce, and then I'm... like a mother sauce to like just add to like, eventually as the week goes on for different dishes. What a menacing place. Wow. It's incredible. You're a ground type. You have nothing to fear. It's incredible. It looks like lightning can strike this place any time. We should get away from a place this scary as fast as... Huh? Over there. Is that it, LJ? The water float? Let's get a closer look. Whoa!
Why did you come here? This is our territory.
There's someone here. Hide, LJ!
So you're going to hide like that? That's kind of cute. Alright. We'd actually be grateful if you kept doing that. We'll sneak quietly to get as close as we can. Alright. Let's take them out.
Thorn, please stop agitating, Chepsy. Otherwise I will actually murder your entire family. And then you. And I'll kill them all in front of you. Not like this. If we stay here, it's over. Who are you? Show yourself! Oh, they did change it. It's not Luxor anymore.
My name is Manectric. I am the leader of these Electrike.
I think it's more intimidating as Luxray, honestly. Dear me, oh my.
Now prepare to fight.
Did they make this easier or something? Well, hang on, actually. What items do I have? And orbs don't work in boss arenas. Okay. We're going to set up by using withdraw just to get some defense. Oh no. Get Dwayne. The move failed, why? Guys, am I fucked? Wait, they're right. They're not doing that much damage to me, actually. I think we're okay. Now, Chepsy, I know Thorn's annoying, but do have patience with him, please. Oh my god, I actually beat the Manectric already. Okay, no, we're gonna be fine. We got this. I'm sure they must have made this fight easier then, because this was really difficult in the old game. Okay. Don't you have ground moves? Actually, does Fampy have any ground moves? There must be a lot on stake right now. Okay, I have a question for you guys. It's about beef, because it reminds me. Steak or stewed beef? What do you prefer? I'm very curious. Oh, wait, you died. No! Thorn, I'm blaming this on you. Oh! We're still in it. Did I lose all my items? Oh no, my game froze. I had to restart the game. I guess I have to go back from the last save point I made then. Oh no. Oh, this is a disaster. Oh no. Oh wow. Well. Damn. Would have beaten that encounter. I know. Thorn, do you only come into this chat because I'm the only one who will put up with your stupid cringe uwu talk and not instantly ban you? I just realized that. Is that why you're here? I know. I think that's the main reason you're here. Because if this is anyone else's stream, they would have banned you instantly and also like put a fucking peg up your ass. Is it? You're just here because I tolerate you. I can tolerate you long enough to not kill you. Okay, come on. Okay. Okay, come on now, come on now. And then we go to items, and then we go to Geopebble and throw. Okay. See guys, we can find an extra 10 floors, no problem. Don't need that. But Kecleon shop. How much are you selling this for? 800? No, thank you. Oh, what a ridiculously obscene price. See, I mentioned that Thorn is the only one who watched because I tolerate him, and now he's gone quiet because I know he knows I've spoken the truth, and he's embarrassed about it. I called him out on it. Now he's gonna cry like a little piss boy, little pee-pee piss man. Little pee-pee piss man, little baby man, little pee-pee piss boy. And then we go moves. Excellent. Then we go over here, see if there's anything here. Yes, no? Yeah, boy. Wonderful. You're gonna... Okay. 5 left. I'm kind of tempted to allow a timeout at this point. Because Thorn seems to be doing this more than usual today. Which makes because Thorn's very sad. I mean, more than usual. Thorn, you are a very sad individual, aren't you? You're a sad and sick man, Thorn. That did so much damage. 2-minute timeout. We punish him, but not too much. Just enough to teach him a lesson. No, I don't have enough for clown nose because I spent... What do you mean by this? You spent on Nigeria. What does that mean? What? That's not a sentence. Oh, right, okay. I thought you meant the country Nigeria. I'm like, why are you spending money on Nigeria? What does that mean to spend money on Nigeria? Oh. Okay. Oh dear. Man, enemies can do a lot of damage when they want to. Money! Okay. Let's spend on Nigeria. I don't. That place is a shithole. Oh wait, it's called Niagara, bruh. Yeah, it's called Niagara, not Nigeria. I actually don't know why it's called Niagara though. I don't understand. I know it's like from like a porno, apparently. But I don't know the context of it. Redeem as Nigeria up until now. You know what? You could deserve a timeout for that one. Chepsy, time him out for illiteracy. 2 minutes. Listen, I'll stand for a lot of... Why 600 seconds? That's like 10 minutes. I said 2 minutes. Chepsy! I said 2 minutes! Hang on, is that my fault? Or the moderation settings set... Hang on. Manage moderation settings. Oh, what's going on? Oh no. Oh dear, what is happening? Okay, well you know what, I tried doing that and then everything went fucking weird. So let's not do that again, shall we? What happened? Well, I tried opening a thing and then everything went like that and it was not very good. But hey, that's okay. You know what, we're here now. No, we're not. Oh god. Oh no. Oh, we're back. We're back. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, you're gay. So, Mr. Chester, remove timeout on Thorn. I'm bi? Okay, well, I was partly right. So, Commodore, what is it about me that you find so dashing and appealing? I would wink, but I can't. It's my only good eye, so it wouldn't like a wink. I can't believe I get timed out for 10 minutes when he said for 2 minutes. Everything? Let's fucking go. I know, I'm an absolute babe magnet. He says, knowing that babe magnet is perhaps the least appealing thing anyone could ever refer to themselves as. As well as, like, you know, politically inclined. That's actually the worst. If someone says, yeah, my entire personality is based around my politics, no one would actually say that, because the people who are that would never admit it. I pray that you... You're really just wanting to pick fights, aren't you, Thorn? Okay, that one we'll let it slide. Well, that was the term. Babe magnet is more cheesy and dated than problematic. Chepsy, did good, kid. You did good. Oh. What happened? My sky blue bow. Give. Excellent. Actually, okay, is it weird that I don't know how to ride a bicycle? I know, but Elijah, you're centuries old. How can you not know to ride a bicycle? Never bothered learning how. Never bothered learning. And honestly, I think it's a bit too late now. Or maybe not too late, I just have no interest in doing it. I once knew someone said, we should go on a cycling holiday, and I'm like, I don't know how to ride. She's like, oh, we should get everyone together and go on a cycling holiday. I don't know how to ride a bike. So that's a no from me. That's a no from me, Chief. I used to be one of those people you speak of. Wait, as in you were the one who called yourself Babe Magnet, or you were the one who called yourself, who defined your entire personality on politics? Because, let me tell you, if it's the latter, well, I mean, I don't know why you would submit yourself to such misery unless you're such an absolute masochist. I am authority. You sound like Judge Dredd, like I am the law. You know, Judge Dredd was actually based around. It was actually written in England. It was based on like the ideas for it came from like Thatcher regime England. So yeah, in like was it in like the 70s or 80s or something like that? Was that? That's an Ampharos. I love Ampharos. Ampharos is so cute. I always imagine Ampharos is kind of like a bit of a dork, like oh jeez, but he's one of those like kind of like dorks who's always really kind of afraid, but will always pull through for you in the end. That's what I imagine for Ampharos. What about 2000 AD? Sorry, I'm getting a bit confused now. There's like, it feels like there's several. I know there's not, but it feels like there's several. Thanks to Thorn being a douchebag, it feels like there's several conversations going on when there's really no. Oh, I should have withdrawn actually. Oh, hello. That was the name of the Judge Dredd. Oh right, I thought it was called Judge Dredd. I didn't realize it was called 2000 AD. I never knew that. I'm not well versed on Judge Dredd lore, as you can probably tell. Let's use withdraw. Oh, I leveled up. Nice. And I thought I only saw the Stallone movie. I'd never seen that. I only saw the new film. I guess it was fairly new. I guess from like 2010s. And I thought it was fun. It's basically like The Raid, but not as good of a movie as The Raid. I'll keep what I've got for now. Oh, I don't have Giga Drain anymore. No! Oh well, it's fine. Wait, do I have the TM for it still? Brick break. No, I didn't get it. No. Oh dear. Okay, let's go for moves. Let's go for withdraw. Jaywalking, 20 years in prison. Actually, okay. Interesting thing about jaywalking. Jaywalking is an exclusive. Okay, so I didn't know what jaywalking was. My first exposure that was from like American TV and films, right? And it is an American thing. It's an American thing which doesn't exist in like at least, well, maybe not in all parts, but it certainly isn't a thing over here. Jaywalking apparently came about as a result of kind of like Irish racism. Okay, so what happened was that this was back in the early days when cars were starting to become popularized, like the 1920s and stuff like that. Yeah, you're right. It used to be a slur for an Irish slur, and I guess like there's basically because there was a lot of incidents going around, and there wasn't as many like road safety laws or anything at the time, right? So like there were like car companies were getting a lot of flack because their cars were killing people by knocking them in the road, by hitting them even, and like. Essentially, what happened was that essentially a push started from like car manufacturers to like start saying, oh well, you know, it's being published in newspapers of if you get like hit by a car, you're no worse than one of them filthy Jays, them filthy Irish folk who have come in here and trying to take our jobs and stuff. And Jay essentially meant you were a stupid Irishman. Yeah. now, whilst that term has kind of fallen out of usage, or even people don't even know what it means, at the time they referred to it as jaywalking, and yeah, now it's law. It's a weird thing where a slur worked its way into like actual law to the point where the law kind of outdid the original insult. I never met in Ireland. Well, you can't meet in Ireland because an Ireland is not a thing. Ireland is a country, and there's actually two of them. There's Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland. So you can meet an Irishman. I'm half Irish, so if you want to count that. I don't, not in like a, oh yeah, I'm like 1/4 Irish, so I can drink on. No, I'm like most of my family is from Northern Ireland. So I guess you've not met me physically, but there's something there. Okay, this isn't looking great. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Moves. Let's go raise a leaf from these. Why? Oh dear. I've never met in Nigeria when I spent Nigeria. Is anyone here taking a flight to Europe? Aren't most people... Okay, who here actually lives in Europe? In a European country? Moves. Absorb. Okay. Even the odds a little bit. I should give you a healing item. Items. Oranberry. Whew, okay. I was really hoping the Omni boost there, but didn't get it. And then we go for absorb. And it didn't work. Love that. Oh great, I won't love that. Okay, this is... Do I have anything to cure paralysis? Cherry berry. Can you stop missing? That would also be wonderful. Okay, moves. Absorb. And then I'll swap places with him now. Okay. Wait, no, I'll throw another berry to you, actually. Oran. Throw! Be gone! I went to see Black New Yorker protest as a leprechaun with a sign that said keep the slurs out of our laws. Whoa. Wait, is it... Oh, you want to see that? Okay. Well, the thing is, that's the thing, right? No one knows that it was a slur at one point, right? No one... It's been outmoded by the actual law that it was named after. Wait, so... Who else is in Europe then? Does a former European colony count? No? Nevada totally counts. You know what? That's fair. If you're from if you're explicitly from Nevada, you are allowed to say, "Yeah, I've been to Europe." You dare! Wait a second. We honestly haven't come here to make claims on your territory. Enough. Take this. Whoa. You're ground type.
Stop. Stop this instant. Their words are sincere. They trespass, but they don't intend to make claims on your territory. Dusk Noir. You. Who are you? I am the explorer Dusk Noir. Monetric, you have every right to be angry, especially in light of what your tribe has suffered on these grounds. Your hostility toward any that trespass here is natural. This place is your haven, a place where you find solace. I understand that completely. On behalf of those unwitting trespassers, I offer the sincerest apologies. They entered here unbidden, but did so without malice. They mean no harm. We will leave you in peace as soon as our errand is complete. Please believe me. Monetric. You seem to know much about us, Dusk Noir. You make the claim that they mean no harm. So be it. I choose to believe your words, Dusk Noir. I will allow you some time. I expect you to be gone by our return. Come.
Well, you heard him, chat. Come. Thank you, Commodore. Appreciate it. Oh god, I've got a new voiceover video coming out soon on YouTube. A little short for a comic dub. So I'll have to post that soon. I keep forgetting it. Buster was editing it, so I just need to finish it. I remember you're Swedish, Thorn. Well, okay. If you were born while it was a colony like Hong. Oh yeah. No, we're okay. Currently in the No, I mean physically in the landmass of Europe. Is what I'm referring to. Not like, because if that's the case, you can say, oh yeah, if you're Indian, you're European. No, no one's thinking that. You know what I'm saying? Not even the cat little granted the rank of master. Anyway, what were we saying? Okay. Whew.
Thank you, Dusk Noir, sir. You saved us, but who were they?
A group of we can see that. Thank you, Captain Obvious. A group of Monetric and Electric. They are a nomadic tribe that always stays on the move. They roam in constant search of places that are hospitable to them. Plains is often lashed by thunderstorms this time of year. They find it to their liking, so they dwell in Plains this time of year. But, tragically, they were once attacked by enemies here without warning. And I understand that they suffered terrible injuries. Ever since, Monetric's group has been very sensitive about trespassers here. So, if anyone trespassed upon these grounds, well, they would strike first for fear of being stricken. Somehow, at some point, that became a law among Monetric's group.
Oh, I understand now. That's why they were so intent on attacking.
God damn, how many times is Thorn gonna get kicked down? Oh, damn. Back to... You can't keep banning him and then unbanning him straight away. Anyway, let's carry on with this.
It's no wonder they refused to hear our arguments. Oh, I forgot something. I recall seeing the water float over there. It's here. This is it. Dusk Noir, sir. Is this the...
There's no mistaking it. Without a doubt, this is a water float.
Really? We did it. Let's return the item to Meryl and his little brother right away. There's something I don't understand, though. How did this water float end up here?
I would imagine it was put there deliberately. Whoever did this knew that you would eventually get to this spot. The fact that Monetric protects his territory is well known. Someone expected a confrontation between you and Monetric. You were set up. Wasn't that your intention, you sneaking scoundrels?
What?
It's about time you came out of hiding and showed yourselves. So you knew all along. No point in hiding then.
Hey, it's you thugs! So you guys...
Oh, really? Are you really asking this? Come now. Dear Quartz. My boy. Why?
But why?
We're gonna wait for you to get stomped by Manetric, but then we were gonna step in and mop up afterward.
We didn't count on this guy meddling.
Shall we settle this? Sure. If it was just Team Stagehands, you can bet that we'd rough them up good. But against the world-famous Dust Noir...
Wait. Chepsy, why'd you ban Limette? Chepsy. No. Chepsy, undo it. Chepsy. Chepsy, no! Chepsy!
Chepsy! Chepsy! No! No!
Whew. That was a close one. Use your mod powers wisely, Chepsy.
But against the world-famous Dust Noir... Oh, jeez. That's a different story. Let's skedaddle, boys! Yeah!
What stinkers. I'm never forgiving those thugs.
They are certainly quick when it comes to... skedaddling. I'm afraid our effort would be wasted if we were to give chase now. I think we should deliver the water float to the young brothers.
Would you like to save your adventure? Okay, I think what we're going to do is actually, because I need to be finishing up with food now, so we're going to be ending it here for today after this cutscene. And yeah.
Oh wow, we got our water float back. Yay, thank you, really. You saved Azurill way back when, and now this? We don't know how we could ever thank you. But really, thank you. Oh, please, it's okay. If you want to thank anyone, thank the great Dust Noir. If Dust Noir hadn't been there, we wouldn't be here now. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dust Noir, sir.
Oh, no trouble at all. I'm very happy for you. It's wonderful that your water float has come back to you.
I must say, it's so like the great Dust Noir to be modest, and I must say that Team Stagehands has been also been superb. After all, the team has again completed a difficult job. When rescuing Azurill, you were so fast at pinpointing the child's whereabouts, and so fast at reaching our young friend, too.
Oh, about the Azurill rescue, we have to admit something. It would be great if it truly happened that way, Kecleon. The way Kecleon said, but that... No, why are you telling him our secrets? That's not really the truth. We didn't pin down Azurill's location before we rescued him. My partner here just happened to see it in a dream.
You had one fucking job.
Excuse me? A dream, you say? By dream, what do you mean?
Oh, that's right. Maybe the great Dust Noir will know what it all means. You see, my partner occasionally gets strange dizzy spells when touching something or someone. Then my partner sees or hears events that happened in the past or just about to happen in the future.
What? Well, that's the dimensional scream.
What? Dust Noir, sir, you really know something about this? In that case, should we ask?
Should we have brought this up? No.
Oh, right.
About my own forgotten past. Oh, God, this is going to end terribly for us.
Dust Noir, sir, we're wondering if we get your advice about something.
I see. So you found your friend unconscious right here.
Yes, right here, exactly.
Then you regained consciousness, though you lost your memory.
Yes, with a memory of a name and the memory of being a human before this.
I beg your pardon? Human? But our friend here seems to be a Pokemon in every obvious way.
So, like, are humans like mythical creatures? We talked this earlier on. Are mythical creatures in this world? Ooh, the law is complex.
That's true. I guess this is even beyond the great Dust Noir's understanding. But we're certain that something caused my partner's memory loss and caused the transformation from human to Pokemon.
A human? with a dimensional scream ability. You are... You said you know your name, at least. And that name would be...
LJ told it named Dust Noir.
Ah, I see. You're... LJ.
Does that name mean anything to you?
No. It means nothing to me. Unfortunately.
What? I just see the faintest... Did Dust Noir just hide the faintest of smiles? Or did I imagine that? If you can call whatever he does, his face does a smile, I guess.
I'm sincerely sorry I couldn't help you with that. However, I do know about the ability LJ possesses.
Oh, really? What is it?
The ability to see the future or the past by touching something. The ability known as the dimensional scream.
Oh, we already just said this 3 times already.
Indeed. How such an ability is learned, that is unknown. But sounds and images slice across the boundaries of time, reaching objects and into Pokemon, to manifest its visions. And that is all I know about it. The extraordinary ability.
So LJ has an ability as special as the dimensional scream.
Well, perhaps this is why we became friends. To help unravel the secret of LJ's transformation into a Pokemon. I offer you my full cooperation.
Oh, you will?
Yes. To be perfectly candid, I can't stand knowing that there's something I don't know. Quite honestly, this is the full truth of it.
It's thrilling to know that we have your help, Dust Noir, sir. Isn't that great, LJ? Hey, look at all the Pelipper.
Beautiful sprite work.
Appears to be a lot more in the air than usual.
Could something be the matter? Hey! Gorsh.
Hello, Bidoof.
Well, I finally found you all.
What's the big hurry? You're all out of breath.
Oh, the call has been put out. All the apprentices are reported to the guild immediately. Hyuk, hyuk.
Uh-oh, something is up.
I will go with you. Hurry, everyone.
Oh dear. Oh no. Oh me, oh my. I hope we're not going to die. Chapter 11, Groval the Thief.
Come on, hurry! Everyone's here, yep, yep.
Sorry, everyone. We just got told the call went out, so we came running. What's going on?
Another time gear was stolen.
What? No, another one.
From where now? Where was this time gear stolen from?
Well,
What's the problem? Did it happen somewhere you don't want to talk about?
Wait, it wasn't the one from... Yes, it was. This time, the time gear from Fogbound Lake was stolen.
Huh?
But how? Time gear was at the Fogbound Lake. Only we knew about that, right? So how could this happen? It couldn't be that a member of the guild talked, could it?
What? That was uncalled for.
Hey! Don't trust your fellow members.
Sorry, that was uncalled for. You're right. No more break our vow of secrecy. It just never happened.
Well, you're kind of breaking it now, because Dustin wants you.
Should have thought before I spoke. I'm sorry.
Well, it's no wonder that you lead to the conclusion. I mean, this horrible thing did happen right after our expedition.
Just one moment. I'm afraid I don't quite understand. There was a time gear at Fogbound Lake? I did not know that. Did I not hear quite a different tale about your recent expedition? I recall being told that your expedition to Fogbound Lake ended in failure.
Oh, I apologize, Great Dust Noir. We made a promise, so we couldn't even tell you, Dust Noir. Anyway, a lone intruder slipped into Fogbound Lake, knocked out Uxie, and made off with the time gear.
Uxie? Is Uxie alright? Yes, Uxie's fine. He's under the protection of Magnezone squad. No need to worry.
Whew. I'm glad to hear that. Wait, there's more. According to Uxie's victim statement, the intruder's identity has been revealed.
Well, fess up. What kind of critter are we dealing with?
There's already a wanted poster up for the thief. See for yourselves. You can't see it because the chat's in the way. This Pokemon goes by the name of Grovyle.
Oh, that's one nasty piece of work.
Grovyle. So this is the Pokemon that these to steal the Time Gears. This wanted poster just arrived. It was the issue based on Uxie's statement. It arrived as part of an All Points bulletin.
Oh, that figures. That's why all those Pelipper are flying around.
Officer Magnezone obviously doesn't want to see things worsen. They put a remarkably high bounty on the thieving Grovyle. We promised Uxie, we promised not to reveal the secret of Fogbound Lake. But then this happens.
We didn't make the secret, but I'm ashamed to show my face in front of Uxie now.
Hey! Here's what sticks in my craw. The view there's been ruined, and hey! I just can't forgive that.
Hey, Guildmaster.
Guildmaster? What? Everyone, we'll catch Grovyle. We'll catch the thief I vowed upon the name of Wigglytuff's Guild. Shout out, if you will. Yes, okay, everyone. From here on out, we are putting our full focus on capturing Grovyle. Do our best to bring Grovyle to justice. Well, that goes without saying.
Hey! There's no way we can let any more Time Gears be stolen. Hey!
Come on, everyone, let's pull together. Let's do Uxie. Oh my goodness.
Wigglytuff, I believe I understand the situation now. I will join your guild's pursuit of Grovyle. Oh, thank you, Great Dust Noir. Golly, having the Great Dust Noir in our corner is mighty hard and...
Hey, we're honored.
No, it's my honor entirely.
At present, the Guildmaster and I shall confer. You'll devise a strategy for finding Grovyle. In the meantime, you should all start preparing to go on searches. Return here when you're ready to leave. Okay, everyone? Let's outdo ourselves. Hooray! Well, hot diggity I am. Okay. Oh, okay. Don't even get a chance to save? I'm gonna go and save. Okay. We're gonna, leave it here for today then, folks. Oh. Wait, did I just miss a bunch of stuff? Well, it's okay. We saved beforehand, so it's fine. I'll just do that next stream, then it's no worries. We'll just be able to skip the intro right there, forward there. Okay, everyone, that's gonna be everything for today. Thank you so much for coming. Friday, we're doing a reading stream. We're gonna be doing the Odyssey, because I've been really into Epic the Musical lately, and like, man, I can finally whip out my old copy of the Odyssey and go through that, so yeah. But that's gonna be everything for today, folks. I don't think I'll be doing anything on Saturday. Maybe if I'm bored. Maybe if I'm bored and I'm restless, I'll be streaming on Saturday. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, for now though, that's gonna be everything. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Keep well, stay safe, eat lots of good food. And yeah, I'll see you all in a little bit. Cheers! Bye-bye. See you in a bit. Bye-bye. 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 Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye.